communication is very important. Don't always assume things. The way you explain something or the way you see or understand something might be different from how the other person understands it. So you always have to talk about what you're gonna shoot. Very important. Hindi pwedeng silent artist.
Okay.
It's not always about you. So you don't eliminate something agad. You offer something. So lagi kang may add-on. You never invalidate whatever someone's doing. Whether it's the subject or it's the creative you're working with. Try to offer something or an alternative. But great things take time, as cliche as it sounds. You have to be a student every day.
What is up, cyberspace? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. Napapakinggan at napapanood sa paborito nyong YouTube channel, DBTV Network, sa aming website, dbtv.network, sa Spotify at sa lahat ng podcast streaming platforms worldwide. Thank you so much sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig sa atin sa Spotify. Nasa top podcast po tayo dito sa Philippines. Cover tayo ng arts and entertainment category, ang pinakamalaking category ng podcast sa Spotify. Thank you so much po. And in this episode, kasama na rin sa celebration natin ng Women's Month, meron tayong bisita sa studio tonight. Idol siya ng lahat sa office. Di ko napapahabain. She is a creative and she is a celebrity photographer. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio tonight, Miss Shaira Luna.
Hello.
Hi! Good evening! Kamusta ka, ma'am?
Good evening. Oh, kinakabahan ako.
Welcome sa podcast.
Parang seryosong usapan to.
Hindi Kamusta ka po?
Okay naman.
Okay naman.
Don't mind my little mishap.
Okay. May onting accident pero safe naman.
Oh, lumipad.
Lumipad.
Good start.
Kamusta ka? Saan ka nang galing before going to the studio?
I don't know, check up.
Kahapon lang ba yan? Very fresh?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Thank you na napaunlakan mo pa rin kami despite the accident.
Feeling ko fresh na fresh yung brain ko kasi naalog.
Yun. Pang ilang podcast mo na to? Ang dami mo na rin interviews.
Madaming interviews per podcast. Bihira. Kasi hindi naman ako natural na madaldal.
So, dadaldalin kita ngayon.
Naku, parang 2 hours to. As an introvert na natuto na lang maging extrovert, marami-rami na rin. But every year, kasi nag-iiba rin naman yung perspective mo. Iba-iba yung kukwento mo. So, fun pa rin siya lagi. So, thank you for having me.
Thank you for gracing our
Talk
studio
show,
and the show. Wala, sinasabi ko nga kanina na ang creative ng energy, I think it's all natural din talaga. And yun nga, just having you here and seeing, pagdating ko, talagang saya lang din ng aura. Lahat sila idol ka, of course. And sinusundan ka namin online. Every time na may malaki kaming work with music, we see you. We know you're around. And just seeing you operate also is a different Pero now, having you here, matatanong ko na yung mga gusto ko itanong.
Okay, sana masagot.
Pero Miss Shai, siguro simulan natin talaga. Ngayon, you're working with Fujifilm, di ba? Ano yung mga ginagawa mo with them?
Ano naman, I sometimes shoot campaigns for them.
Okay.
I actually started with them in 2018.
Tagal na.
Prior to that, 11 years ako na ibang kamang gamit.
Okay.
Tapos nung medyo inawitan ako, ayoko pa kasi parang I didn't want to change my entire system. Just for an endorsement or a KOL something. So talagang trinay ko muna. And then I eventually bought my own Fuji. Tapos saka na ako nagsabi, para talagang legit na yun yung ginagamit ko. So, I just do talk sometimes. Hindi ako nag-workshop kasi hindi naman ako marunong magturo. But, that's basically it. I just use the cameras. I just enjoy lahat ng pinapagamit. Nakakahiram ako lagi ng lente. Tapos minsan may pa-discount sa friends. Yun lang naman yung perks. Yun lang. Hindi naman siya sobrang hardcore na endorsement.
In today's, di ba, there's like talagang nagpipeak yung mga creative, sobrang daming format, medium, sobrang daming art style.
Yeah.
Paano mo mine-maintain yung lane mo or yung branding mo or yung aesthetics mo? How do you manage that?
Siguro ano na lang, I try to adapt. It's actually my 20th year in the industry this year. And
Pero mukha kang 20 years old.
thank you.
Talaga? 20 years ka ng photographer?
In the industry, parang first published editorial ko June 2006.
20 years na nga. Magta-20 na.
Prior to that, nag-event.
Okay.
So, nag-shoot ng gigs. Pero yung published talaga yun, 2006.
Saan to?
This was for Sense and Style magazine. It was under Manila Bulletin before.
Okay.
Pero before na sinushoot ko lang puro gigs. So nung tinawagan ako, can you shoot a fashion editorial? Parang ano yun? Hindi ko alam ano yun. Tapos may stylist, may model, may
Controlled mo yung environment.
makeup artist. Parang ano to? Sobrang litong-lito ko that time. And then may photographer who was doing the bridal gowns. Ako naman dun sa groomsmen. As in, bagong mundo siya for me coming from shooting gigs. So, I mean yun yung first published fashion editorial ko, 2006. So, yun, I try to keep myself updated, but at the same time, di rin naman ako sobrang strict sumusunod sa trends. Honestly, if I see a lot of people doing one thing, automatic, parang lilipat na ako agad.
Okay.
So,
you don't wanna do that na?
Or, ay sige, let them do that na lang and then I'll just try something else. Hindi ako I'm not precious about my style.
Okay.
And sobrang curious ko kasi na tao. So, even if you ask my assistants, kunwari sa setup na nila ilaw, ma'am, ganito po yung parang last time. Hindi, try tayong iba. Laging ganun. So, I think even for them exciting or hindi siya boring. Kasi I always try something different. Kahit ganito na ako katagal, parang dami ko pa rin di alam.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think kaya paiba-iba rin yung itsura ng photos ko. And yung sa IG ko kasi, yun lang naman yung what I choose to show eh. But
yeah, totoo.
people don't know my advertising side. That's
Yes.
my main thing. So, minsan nagtatanong sila, Miss Shai, curious lang kami. Kaya mo ba mag-white background na studio? Ganon.
Hindi nila alam lahat ng white background, ikaw yung kumuha.
Yes.
Hindi lang published na ikaw.
Ayun, enjoy naman ako. Hindi ako, kunwari bibigyan ako ng peg for a magazine shoot. Kahit hindi ko style, parang sige lang kung kaya. Kasi how will I know kung kaya ko? Hindi. So,
Continuous learning, no?
Always. Tsaka exciting. Mas exciting siya ngayon for me kesa when I was starting. Kasi medyo mas madami na akong alam about lighting and I don't think about the camera as much anymore. And like when you're starting settings, ISO, parang you're so particular about the angles of the light. Now it's second nature to me so I can think more about the mood or alam mo, it's more magical now. Na mas gamay mo na yung mga
Innate na siya, kumbaga.
ano na siya. Parang extension of your hands already and your eyes, yung camera.
And it comes from, building your 10,000 hours,
Ay, lampas.
Lampas, no?
Lampas. Grabe.
Sige. Siguro mas maganda dive into tayo. Paano talaga nag-start lahat? Saan man nanggaling si Shaira Luna? Saan siya nung bata? Paano siya na-introduce sa art? Paano siya lumalaki? Siguro kwentuhan mo kami saan nagsimula to lahat.
Feeling ko mag-google search siya. Hindi, pero wala siyang digital footprint kasi medyo matagal na to eh. Paano ba? As in 2 years old, ganun.
Okay.
Medyo ganun yung start eh. My mom kasi was a dentistry student when she had me. And then she was so bored at home, housewife kasi siya. So tinuruan niya ako parang babasahan lang niya ako ng books. Hindi niya in-expect na matatandaan ko lahat ng sinasabi niya. I was like 1.5. And she was reading her botany, zoology books to me. Tapos I would just repeat them back. So after a while, kinabahan na siya kasi sabi niya, parang di normal yung anak ko. And then I would memorize long lists, flags, planets, ganun. So she took me for testing sa Department of Education. And then they said like I was gifted. Yun yung medyo start nun. I was painting at
Saan to?
2. Dito lang.
Manila?
Dito naman ako lumaki.
Okay.
I was painting. I was into science. Hindi, actually, if I look back at it, hindi masyadong normal yung childhood ko. Kasi I didn't really play with toys. Ang pastime namin sa house, kunwari maliligo, may bubbles sa bathtub. Parang i-explain ng mom ko bakit may bubbles.
Okay.
So every minute, I think she made into a learning opportunity. Nagkataon lang siguro na na-absorb ko or I would say it back or understand the concept. Tapos madalas akong pambato pag reunion. Yung can you sing or can you recite something? Yun, growing up, hindi pala siya masyadong normal.
Okay.
I was really into academics. Wala akong masyadong friends. Aral, bahay, extracurricular activities. Lahat ng instruments ata, nasubukan ko na.
Musical instruments? Okay. So, musically inclined ka din?
Hindi rin. I don't think so. Natuto na lang. I
Okay.
think there's a big difference between being naturally gifted at music versus knowing how to read notes or
Okay.
make the instrument sound.
Okay.
So feeling ko mas dun ako sa latter. Nakakabasa ako ng notes, like I can produce sounds, but being around so many musicians every day, na shoot na lang ako.
Okay.
Okay na ako sa lane ko. Yun, so growing up, it was both creative and academic.
Pero that's good to know. You know how to read notes
I do
and arrange them.
classical. Nagnamsya pa ako before as in competition. So flute was my main
Flute, okay.
instrument.
Okay. DBTV exclusive yun, no?
No, nakahiya. I don't even tell my friends, my music friends, that I play the flute kasi nakakahiya. But
Okay,
yeah.
tapos ito, grade school to high school.
Yep.
And lahat yan na-introduce sa'yo.
Yeah.
Ano pa yung mga nangyari?
I eventually was tapped to host a morning show. This was way back in the day, as in TV channels pa, wala pang YouTube. I was, I think, around 11, and then I was hosting a segment on a morning show.
Okay.
So I would interview.
At 11?
Ano siya, kiddie segment? If you remember Discovery Kids.
Yes. Pero national
Parang
TV na
ganun.
to.
Oh, it was
Cable channel.
alas 5:30 on ABS-CBN. So
Wow.
I was a host when I was 11 years old. I was also writing a column for Mod Magazine.
You were writing at 11.
But that's a junior thing. So,
But still, ginagawa ko 11, naglalaro ko putik.
bawal ako
Nagkakaukaw ako ng mga kung ano-ano.
Bawal ako maglaro sa labas. Kunwari 2 minutes pa lang kami sa labas, tatawagin na kami niyan. Like, I wasn't really allowed. I was super sheltered.
Okay.
Shuttled from one class to another. Yun, so I had a little junior column. And then I was hosting for alas 5:30. And then eventually, binigay na yung segment sa akin. So I started producing it when I was around 15 or 16. Because my producer, I love her so much. If she's watching, laging lasing yun.
Hi po.
Hi po, Ate Kate. Laging lasing. So the call time was 3 a.m. dun sa studio. So she said, oh, anak, kaya mo na yan. So yun, natuto ako mag-edit, to write my own scripts, upuan yung editing, type what I needed from the video library, condense my script into 1 minute. ENR pa yung tawag dun sa newsroom. Like if you
ENR.
type, and then you're gonna see, kasi my spiel had to be this short lang, kundi mababump off ako.
Dito na to sa Esguera na to. ABS na to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So matagal din ako dun. From 11 years old to 16.
Okay.
I was working in ABS.
Okay.
And super fun. So I thought kasi I was gonna be a doctor, but when I started doing media, medyo nagbago na yung isip ko ng konti. Parang,
Because your mom is nasa medical field, nasa dentistry.
she didn't finish.
Okay.
As in, she had me, tas di na siya nagtapos. She did some terms sa PSID. Kasi I
Okay.
think mas creative din naman siya kesa napilitan din lang din siya mag-dentistry.
Okay.
Pero ano siya, artistic. So, feeling ko yun, na medyo naman ako din yung side na yun in a way. Yun lang. Hindi na rin ako nag-doctor kasi akala ko mas mapupunta ako dun sa broadcast media.
Okay. Pero ang galing kasi ang aga ng exposure mo sa show business. Pero hindi mo pa alam na show business yun. More of like you being...
Normal siya eh. Oo.
Parang gusto mo lang talaga to from family reunion of being the parang sayo ka nga, kanta ka nga, tas dito may camera rolling na, tas ginagawa mo pa rin siya.
As in, I basically grew up around cameras, interviews. Pero hindi ako ganito before. I was more sullen. Parang mararamdaman mong napipilitan. Kasi pinapanood ko yung old videos ko, pinalipat namin siya sa pina-digitize. Tapos while I was watching it back, kasi busangot talaga ako dati. Parang yung napipilitan lang to be there most of the time. Now, kasi siguro since I've been on my own for so long and it just took so much hard work, na-appreciate mo na lahat eh.
Of course.
Unlike before, you're just being told what to do, susunod ka lang, wala kang choice. Syempre, may effect din yun sa'yo. Hindi mo malalabas yung joy mo.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, not to say I didn't enjoy my childhood. I think I was super privileged to be able to take all the lessons I wanted to take. And to this day, siguro dala ko pa rin yung some of the foundation.
Of course.
Na from ballet or gymnastics. Naku, lahat yan. Lahat
You were so active with every ano talaga.
I except sports.
Okay.
So hanggang ngayon, medyo lampo.
Hindi lang athletic.
Hindi.
Pero anything artistic, you've tried it. From music to dancing. Ballet even?
Yeah, but I am not so like graceful.
Okay.
So nag-gymnastics na lang ako.
Okay.
Pero sports, wala. Yan ang, kahit sa photography, sports, yung least, able kong gawin. Nag-try ako before nag-MMA ba yun? Hindi ako makashoot kasi nakaganon lang ako. Yun, basketball din, parang I don't know what makes a good shot. So I think, I know naman what I can shoot. Doon na lang ako.
Okay.
At least I tried.
And then, sabi mo, gusto mo, dapat ina-expect mo magdo-doctor. And then, what made you, nasang phase ka nung hindi ko i-pursue yung med? Or did you even take pre-med?
I did.
Okay.
I was 13 when I entered pre-med.
That's so early.
Yeah.
3 years advance?
Yeah.
16 ako college, ikaw 13? Sobrang gifted naman. Super acceleration program.
I was accelerated a few levels when I was younger. So my classmates were always older than me, always taller than me. So like I have short girl,
Okay.
I feel like a chihuahua. They were always older than me. So I don't know if the way I adjusted was proper or wala, nasalang na lang ako sa ganun. When I entered college, it was completely different.
Where is this?
I entered DLSU.
Okay.
And then I entered human biology. That's a quota course. So there were just 40 of us in class. But
When you say quota course?
you have to have a certain mark sa entrance exam
Okay.
to be able to get into the course.
That course, okay.
Yeah, because there's BS biology and then there's human biology.
Human biology.
So it's harder. It's supposed to be faster. Parang you become a doctor in 6 years-ish.
Okay.
So all my friends...
So super pre-med, parang ganun.
Super pre-med, pre-med pro max.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So lahat sila as in, mga established doctors na. I think first day of school pa lang, alam ko na parang wait lang.
Okay.
Kasi mula 2 years old until 13, yun lang yung naka sa akin eh. Kumbaga naka-ganun yung eyes ko. Okay, no matter what extracurricular activity I do, I'm still gonna end up becoming a doctor. Then I can do the painting on the side or I can do music on the side, but I'm gonna be a doctor.
Okay.
And then first day of class, oh no. Why is everyone so serious? Big deal nga palang college. Like, big deal to choose your future profession or career. Hindi naman yun nag-uwi sa mind ko, I think. Maybe part of me was still really 13.
Yes.
Not really realizing the weight of the choices you had to make entering college. Kasi wala ko ibang entrance exam na kinuha eh.
Yun na talaga.
Yun lang talaga.
Lasal na talaga, tas human biology na
Kasi
agad.
it was close to the house. So,
Okay.
pwede naman mag-UP, pero 13, paano? Everyday ako ihahatid sa school. UP Manila naman yun. But wala, it was just human biology.
Okay.
Yun lang. I just plowed through for 2 years, but binabagsak ko yung subjects ko. I didn't have the drive to study at all. And hindi ko ma-pinpoint bakit.
Okay.
Hindi ko rin alam. Imagine you lived your whole life with that goal in mind. Pagdating doon, hindi pala ito yung gusto ko. Hindi ko naman alam yung gusto ko.
Humawak ka na ng camera nito. You grew up with cameras, pero ikaw on your own,
the
wala pa rin.
camera. My mom was such a stage mom.
Okay.
Every single day, may photos kami. Tsaka film pa to dati ha. So,
Wow.
grabe yung photo albums namin.
Wow.
Isang buong cabinet. Hanggang
May
ceiling.
weekly trips kayo sa Kodak to print, mga
Tsaka may
ganun.
libre kang hindi alam ng mga bata to eh. Like, if you have your role developed, you get little albums.
Yes.
Where you can slide your photos in. So, libre yun.
Okay, oo.
So, every time develop ka, yun, may libre ka, tapos bibili ka ulit. Punong-puno yung cabinet ng photo albums. Anything I did, naka-document. March 3, something, 4 p.m. Nakasulat lahat yun. Naka-scrapbook. So, receipts, brochures, calling cards ng mga nag-i-interview sa akin. For example, may script from the TV show I had to guest on. Tatago niya yun. So,
yung pinirmahan ng
medyo intense.
producer, segment producer, yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
So, nakakompile lahat.
Nakakompile lahat siya.
Wow.
Sobrang sipag ng mom ko mag-document. And at that time, it was so annoying to me. Tsaka hiyang-hiya ako kasi stage mom talaga. Parang stop! Parang ayoko magka-picture. I had photos with everyone on set.
Oh, yeah.
Tapos na-realize ko, parang yun yung ginagawa ko now. I like collecting mga trinkets or mga train tickets, ganun. So, nakuha ko naman yung side na ganun. And I think a lot of the nostalgic elements to my work for sure stemmed from that. Yung she always made sure we would remember. We had good memories of stuff. Kasi honestly, like half the things in the photo albums, I have no recollection of. So,
Pero because you have it.
because they're there. Yeah, so when I clean the house, gusto mo maglinis, like mag-dust. Wala, 4 hours later, nasa sahig na ako, nagbukas na lahat.
Hindi na natapos yung linis.
Hindi na natapos yung linis, nagkalat pa ako. So yeah, that's the part I appreciate. But syempre, nung time na yun, pag bata ka, nakailang, nakainis.
Yung ibang bata, hindi naman ganun yung parents. As yung sa'yo, ganun. Parang may ganun, no?
Tsaka hindi siya phone lang eh. Camera to na mabigat. Yung the old camera. Tsaka yung video cam niya, yung Betamax pa yun. May Betamax pa and then basta may camcorder. So, bit niya yun lagi. Sobrang sipag niya mag-document. And it's only now, I think, that I really appreciate it.
No? Oh, yeah. Kasi hindi na lahat ng ka-age mo natin, may ganun naman sila. Ng documentation ng younger years.
Any age you ask me, I'll have a photo.
Wow. Each birthday, each...
Everything.
Lahat ng...
Kahit wala okasyon.
Okay.
Tapos naisip ko, ganun na rin ata ako ngayon kasi I'm taking pictures 24/7.
Wow.
With my phone.
With your phone. Tsaka especially with Fujifilm na instant print, di ba? Yung mga ganon. Shoutouts.
Perks of, lagi akong may, free, Instax.
Yeah, Instax,
Squares.
yeah.
Thank you, Fuji.
Gusto ko lang itanong, Miss Shaira, sabi mo, you failed na, ganyan, hindi na talaga, nakita mo na-realize mo na hindi yun yung para sa'yo. Kailan pumasok dito yung photography?
Maybe, I think I was 16.
Okay.
Kasi nga nagfa-flute ako.
Okay.
And lagi akong pinapa-talent portion.
Okay.
Pinatugtog ako sa isang barangay event with the son naman of my dad's friend.
Okay.
Basta ganon. It was a whole thing. We would play, naalala ko pa yun, Kenny Rankin, Christopher Cross.
May age reveal tayo sa
may
mga
age
references, ha? Okay.
Shaker song, Spain, mga ganun yung tugtugan. Tapos may gig siya sa nearby, like in Las Piñas. And then sabi niya, nood ka. Alam ko hindi ako papayagan. So ang sinabi ko ata, makikijam ako.
Okay.
Kahit hindi naman. Kasi,
So anything art, pwede. Pero kung nood lang.
Hindi siguro. Kasi ilang taon pa lang ako nun eh. Yun, I was so mesmerized by the stage, I think. Tsaka bira kasi ako makalabas. Or kung lalabas man ako, yun nga, it was dictated. Or because I really had no choice.
Being sheltered, of course.
Oo. So, nung nanood ako, parang, wow, madilim. Hindi siya, hindi siya morning where I had to pose for or be interviewed. It was just me being able to watch something. So, tuntua ako sa mga ilaw. Feeling ko nag-slow motion siya. Yung ang gaganda ng lights. Oh, I think I need a camera.
Is this an underground event?
No, it was just like a small bar in Las Piñas. Acoustic. This was the height of the acoustic scene.
Okay.
So this was panahon nila Nina. It was actually Kuya Nyoy.
Nyoy Valente.
He's my neighbor, and then he's the son of my dad's friend sa barangay.
Okay.
So kami nga lagi yung pang pang
Pagtiks
talent portion. So yun, then that's just how innocently it started. I just wanted to capture the lights.
I wanna be like mom.
No way. Hell na.
So paano yung ano yung pinaka parang moment na kailangan ko ng camera? It's just him playing?
Yun, yung mic niya kasi vintage.
Oh.
Yung silver na, alam mo yung pag nag-photoshoot, parang Tony Bennett, mga ganun yung, wala pa akong alam sa music na to. Like, I didn't grow up around, I didn't really have any big musical influences growing up. Or fashion, not as in zero. Ano lang, school.
Okay.
School lang. Tsaka theme parks pala, yun lang.
Theme parks, yeah.
Yun ang favorite ko. But, yun, vintage mic, light, silver, sparkling, and then cute songs. Yun lang, parang, cute to have a camera. Kasi baka hindi na ako makalabas ulit, baka hindi na ako payagan. Kahit di ako pinapayagan, tumatakas ako. So I would sneak out of the house and then I just watch gigs.
Tapos dumalas na yun. Dumalas na yung watching gigs.
Like, I really need a camera.
Pero ito yung panahon na acoustic.
Acoustic
pa nun. Okay.
Yeah. Pero punuan yun. Baga Verde, if you remember, Aruba. These are age yourself.
Yeah. Yun nga
Tapika. Hanggang 4 a.m. yun, puno kahit acoustic.
70s, nag-70s ka na nun?
Wala pa, hindi pa masyado. It was really like the Katipunan area. Yun. I just wanted to like document it. Hindi naman ako writer kasi so hindi ako ma-diary. Like,
How did you acquire your first camera?
I'm pretty sure I got my savings from the commercial I was in when I was young. Like I managed to get it from the bank.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And you did a commercial for milk when you were young, di ba?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was one of, like, if anyone's watching and they're wondering if anyone in the comments is gonna say Promil Kid, it was that.
Yeah, that's you.
This was in 1995.
Okay.
So kasi nga magaling sa science, matalino, whatever. Yun, I was in a pretty popular commercial.
What's the tagline of Promil? May tagline yun, di ba?
Ibata yung tagline, breast milk is best for baby.
Oo nga. Okay, so from that gig, nakuha mo yung pambili ng camera and then you acquired your first camera.
Yeah, it was just a small point and shoot camera. 4 megapixels or 5 megapixels. I think 5 megapixels pala. I remember trying to figure out how I was gonna get to Robinson's Ermita from DLSU. Because I wasn't allowed to commute. Hindi naman ako marunong mag-jeep. Kasi sobrang wala akong street smarts. Zero. Kung ano yung kinagaling ko wherever else. Wala akong alam sa buhay.
Ikaw yung tipong hindi marunong tumawid mag-isa? Ganon? Okay. Okay.
If my dismissal was 5:50, 5:55 andun na yung kotse. Ganon ka-strict.
Gets.
So, I think nag-LRT ako.
That time. Just to buy the
my
camera.
Yeah.
So, iba pa yung kaba na meron kang hawak na pera, bibili ng gamit, tas hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo papunta dun sa pupuntahan.
Tapos pagbalik ko ng school, alam ko hindi ako pumasok nun eh. I just sat down sa quadrangle, tapos nag-picture na ako. Nag-cutting classes pa ako. Sorry.
Ito na to.
Bad example. Wala eh. Ganun talaga. Parang it's hard to sugarcoat. Or I don't want to sugarcoat what I didn't do back in college. Kasi kung di ko naman ginawa yun, I think for sure doctor ako. Which is not a bad thing. It's just, I guess it wouldn't be this. I don't
Do
think
you
I'd
find
be
it
here.
rebellious that time?
I think it's the last thing from being rebellious. Kasi takot ako sa authority.
Okay.
I always try to stick by rules as much as I can. Pero tumatakas sa bahay. So, lagi parang
May thin line.
May thin line eh, na ako lang naman nagde-decide kung ano yung line na yun. Mahirap pag talino, di ba?
Yeah, actually.
Lahat nagagawan mo ng paraan. Yun. Hindi naman sa pagre-rebelde kasi nalagaan ko naman sarili ko.
You have siblings?
I do. I have one full sibling and then I have 3 half siblings.
Okay.
The 2 are based in the US.
Okay.
And then 2 lang talaga kami dito na main. Actually, siya dapat yung sa commercial kasi siya talaga yung genius. Ako lang yung medyo napapabibo.
May background. Ikaw na yung may background.
Ako na yung may medyo media training.
Okay.
My brother's super quiet.
Okay.
Opposite ko.
Okay.
If I'm super cheery and sociable, it takes a while for him to open up. So he was 4 when the commercial was supposed to come out. So hindi rin naman talaga pwede pa.
Okay.
But yeah, he's the real smart one.
And you doing that and being an ate, paano mo yun? Like, di ko na itutuloy yung school, yung college, or paano? Magiging example ako. May headspace ka bang ganun?
Nung time na yun, he was also in the US.
Okay.
So hindi ko naman din siya nabantayan. And he was because my mom moved to the States when I was 13.
Okay.
So it was just me and my dad here. So hindi ko na antabayanan yung part na nung life nung brother ko. Like small updates, but it was basically me and my dad here, who was more strict also.
Siyempre, that time, YM pa, no?
Nung umalis yung mom ko, mas naging strict yung dad ko. So pati phone tinatago.
Okay.
Landline to
Okay. Landline na, tago.
Oo,
Wire lang yun nandun, no? Yung DSL cable lang yun nandun.
9 p.m. wala ng landline.
And then, doing gigs, paano naman dahan-dahan lumuwag? Or paano mo na-gain yung trust dun sa ginagawa mo? Or mahaba pang biyahe yun?
Mahabang biyahe yun, tumatakas lang ako.
Okay.
That's all. Kasi in my head, ito na naman yung reasoning niya. Wala naman akong ginagawang masama. I really wanted to try and take photos. The drive to do that was even more than the drive to study. So, girl mathing. I think I will risk sneaking out. Kasi mas na-enjoy ko yung natutunan ko while trying to shoot than my books. It sounds horrible. I'm so sorry. Pero yun talaga yun eh. Yeah.
Paano mo naman nababalitaan yung mga gigs, ganyan? Is this still with your kababata, Kuya Nyoy? Or mas marami ka ng music friends? Mas marami ka ng band friends?
I think
Ganun.
dumami yung music friends because I was always the quiet girl shooting sa gilid.
Okay.
I'd just be there. Hindi naman ako super nakikipag-socialize. I would just be shooting. Tapos curious sila, ano sinushoot mo? Sa mga gamitin yan? Tapos yun, hinihingi nila for Friendster, for Multiply. And then eventually the bar owners would ask, kaya mo ba mag-shoot ng food? Or, ikaw, kaya mo bang gumawa ng poster or yung banner? Tapos,
Yun na.
ako naman parang, I guess. Pwede.
Pwede.
Ayun. So, bigla akong nag-food photography.
Yes.
Bigla akong
And well-known ka dun ngayon.
Iba rin eh. Bigla akong nag-birthday party, na-shoot.
Okay. Tumatawid-tawid na.
Lahat.
Pero wala pang paid dito.
I think, wala pa masyado. Ang maganda, I think, dun sa band scene before, everyone, I mean, a lot of people from different walks or professions go to bars. Industries go to bars.
Yes, of course.
So, dun mo meet lahat. Business owners, restaurant owners, fashion designers, they're all there. And konti lang yung nagsushoot na babae before. So, hindi siya. And I didn't even have a big camera. I was just nakatutok ko lang dun sa stage. So, it's hard not to notice. So, yun, kakausapin ako, can you shoot this? Can you shoot that? Eventually, may magtatanong, oh, there's a concert. Do you think you can shoot it? Wala naman ako lente. Parang, paano to?
Ano to?
I sold a lot of my personal belongings to be able to buy the equipment I needed. So, lahat third-party lenses lang. Naalala ko, Sigma yung lenses ko before. There used to be a magazine na nilalako pag traffic called Buy and Sell.
Buy and Sell, yeah.
Naalala mo ba? Tapos doon ako naghahanap.
Para siyang tabloid-like, pero magazine.
Tabloid, oo. Tapos ang ganda ng graphics nun, di ba?
Yeah.
Red, yellow, and then
Red, yellow, yeah.
hanap ako Sigma lens, used, ganyan. Meetup, Quiapo, ganun.
Wala pang OLX, wala pang Sulit, wala pang Shopee.
Wala pang marketplace.
Wala pang ganun.
Lahat mano-mano. Lahat analog. yun talaga.
Nakaipit yun sa Takatak eh. Yung mga buy and sell na magazine. Nakaipit kasama ng Yossi minsan.
So, hindi ko naman afford yung Canon lenses, mga flashes. Kasi at this point, medyo nag-less na ako.
Okay.
I was already 18, I think, when
Okay, 18
I
na.
left the house. So, start from zero. Kasi mahigpit. And I knew I could do more if I wasn't in that environment.
Okay.
Matigas talaga ulo ko.
Okay.
Pero responsible.
Yeah, responsible. Yeah.
So, hindi yung term na bulakbol eh. Like, I know,
Finding yourself lang
I
talaga.
know there was something I needed to figure out or at least experience. Kasi nga sa sobrang sheltered ko, parang bihira akong sabihan ng mali. Bihira akong mag-fail at anything. So, my entire life, I was always used to, you're so good, you're laging highest, laging madali for me to learn things. So, I guess in a way, it was kind of, hindi pa uso yung term na imposter syndrome eh. But I think it was sort of like that. Imagine growing up your whole life, pero hindi ka sinasabihan ng, like, oh, you failed. Wala. Laging perfect. Laging 98 over 100. Laging,
Pero you also know na you don't know a lot pa. And you have to experience more.
For sure. For sure. Naramdaman ko yun. And I'm glad I wasn't numb.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was sensitive enough to listen to myself for once. Kasi growing up, I just listened to other people. Pero may butas talaga. Parang hindi ako sunod-sunuran, I think.
May nagsasalita sa likod.
I don't think this is life.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up reading so many children's books, like fairy tale books. Puro adventure, puro nadadapa, nawawala. Puro hindi nila alam saan napupunta. Tapos ako lang ganun. Parang lagi na lang I knew exactly what I was doing, where I was gonna go the next day. Everything was plotted out. And I don't know, to me it felt kind of not living. Hindi naman ganito yung deep, hindi ganito ka-deep yung thought process ko when I was 16, obviously.
Of course.
But yun lang, as simple as that, I think there was just
There's a void.
yeah, there was a void, there was a missing page in whatever chapter I was on. So yun, I left home and started from scratch.
And then naglayas. How was Shaira Luna's life noon? Independently.
I actually don't think anyone was surprised that I made it. Kasi bata pa lang ako, they knew I was independent. Even if you look at my photos when I was like 2 or 3 years old, pag ginahawakan ko, lagi akong gumagano. Parang like, let me go. Sobrang independent ko, I think. So obviously, it was not a good thing for the family because there were so many expectations. And really, no one believed I was gonna be anything when I stopped going to school. Because I eventually dropped out.
Oh, yeah.
And I would never hear the end of it from my relatives. Talagang, as in, not duduruin, but mentally, I guess. Sayang lahat ng ginawa mo all your life. You're exceptional. That's the word always, like exceptionally gifted, exceptionally talented. It was hard for them to wrap their mind around me not having any accolades.
Yeah.
At 16. Kasi non-stop yun eh. Award here, award there, whatever. But I don't feel like that was me. At all. So I wanted to do something for myself, even if I didn't know what it was. Yun.
And then bring us to that first day of, leaving the house. Ano headspace? Like, paano mo ipipursue? Or photography na ba kagad?
Wala, no.
Just go to a lot of gigs pa rin?
Oh, just shoot.
Shoot.
And since nga every time I shot, I'd have a menu to do or the bar would have an event. Umabot ngayon sa golf. Umabot sa...
Nag-cover ka rin ng golf?
Oh, nagsushoot ako for Golf Digest. Kasi di ba meron akong telephoto lens to shoot gigs.
Naka-invest ka na eh.
Oh, sabi na, may telephoto lens ka, pwede ka mag-golf. Ang shutter speed ng shooting gigs, sobrang dilim. Pag sobrang daylight, sabi ng editor ko, Shai, I think your shots are overexposed. Kasi syempre galing ka sa madilim. So, yun. Natuto na naman ako. And then I shot food again. And then I started shooting catalogs, products against white background. Lahat na lang siya. Like domino effect na lang siya.
Back then, how do you find your gigs?
I don't know. I just kept getting contacted via Friendster.
So more than yung pagpunta mo sa mga events, pag-cover nito kahit wala pa masyadong bayad, kahit passionate ka lang about it, nagla-learn ka lang. More than learning the art, networking na rin pala siya.
So dun ako, I think, natutong makipag-usap.
Okay.
Shy talaga ako. Hindi ako nagsasalita before unless
Kala ko palayaw mo lang yun.
I was spoken to. Yung hashtag ko nga dati,
May hashtag ka dati?
Kasi, camera shy.
Okay. Find that hashtag. Tignan natin yung mga old posts. Meron ka nun? Nakita mo yun? Naabutan mo yun?
Photo.net yun. Wala na yun. Camera shy. Tsaka nagpo-post ako ng status sa Friendster lagi. If you need ganito, if you need photos for events, food, hire me. Nakalagay.
Tapos titignan mo kung sino yung nag-view ng profile mo, PPM mo sila. Hire me.
Ganun. Tapos, may nag-message pa sa akin, parang relative ba, why are you doing that? Nakakahiya ka.
Oh.
Kasi nga, like, I was, like, asking people to, yung sa status ko, hire me, ganyan. Kasi nakakahiya yung ginagawa mo. Okay. Madami instances na ganun. Na,
for sure, ano yun sa'yo? Opposite yun sa gusto mong gawin. Kasi hindi ka na nakikinig. How did you take it? Yung unang may relative na nagsabing?
I think, strong. I think I'm strong.
Okay.
So, I know what I should let affect me or what should just go in one ear and out the other. Maano naman ako. I can easily separate stuff like that. So, hindi ako na-apektuhan. Kasi throughout the beginning of my photography career, tad ako ng ganun eh.
Sabagay.
All the time. Each shoot, whether it's from relatives or from people who saw me growing up in the limelight, yun, sanay naman ako sa ganun. So, hindi siya naka-affect sa akin talaga. Kasi nga, sa loob mo, alam mong there's something else that's more important and needs to be addressed.
And all of this, wala ka pang published work nito. Yung ginagawa mo to. Lahat to underground, lahat to, kumbaga, bedroom mo lang ginagawa, pinaprocess, pinoproduce.
Yep, lahat for their Friendster albums lang.
Friendster albums.
Wala pang Facebook nito.
Yeah. Pag pumunta sa profile ni Shaira Luna dati, ano yung tumutugtog na background?
Ay, meron ba? Wala.
Wala, hindi ka naglagay ng embedded na song?
Wala, pero itong profile photos ko, self-portraits. Kasi wala naman akong friends na pwedeng
picture sa'yo.
pag-eksperimentohan. Like, wala akong malalight test. So, lahat ng profile photos ko before, nakagano ng camera. Yung usual photographer, lalo nang nung nakuha ko yung telephoto lens, kasi ang laki nun, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos parang feel ko yung photo na ganyan.
Pick yourself in the mirror.
I mean, I still do that to this day kasi I don't like showing my face actually. So, it's a shield for me. Pero yun, lahat ng profile photos ko, ganun, pa-art.
Okay. Sige. So, nalaman natin yung kwento ni Shaira Luna growing up, na-introduce sa camera at paano niya sinimulan yung profession niya ngayon. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. Mag-break lang tayo mabilis. Nandito pa rin kayo sa paborito niyong podcast. Ako po si DougBrock and this is DougBrock Radio. Yo, Cybergang! Maraming salamat. 6 years in podcasting. Hindi kayo bumibitaw. Tuloy-tuloy ito. Hindi kayo magsasawa. Gagalingan pa namin lalo. Balik na tayo sa episode. Keep on winning. Yo, cyberspace! Nandito ka pa rin sa paborito mong podcast. Siyempre, in celebration for the Women's Month, meron tayong female guest, Shaira Luna.
Hey.
So yun, Miss Shai, you're doing gigs already, you're shooting, nag-shoot ka na sa golf, natututo ka na kung paano yung proper exposure, and then, syempre, nag-shoot ka na from sa food, ng bar. ikaw na rin minsan gumagawa ng menu, nagla-layout, ganyan. Lahat to, wala kang parang creative course na tinik, wala kang classes or workshop, it's just you, and wala pang YouTube nito, no?
Wala pa.
So, paano mo tinuturuan sarili mo? Just going out there?
Yahoo search.
Yahoo search. Yahoo search.
Ba't ka tumatawa? Naabutan mo yun, no?
Oo, YM ano rin ako. Tambay din ako sa Metro Manila YM page.
No. Yun. At saka manual, pumupunta ako sa book sale. Tapos doon ako tumitingin ng mga magazines or mga pang pegs. Hindi, wala pang word na pegs before.
Yeah,
Basta
wala pang Pinterest.
Wala. Post-it na dinidikit dun sa page. Yun lang. Hindi.
Mga bulletin boards.
Yun yung weird kasi photography yung never kong inaral. Kasi lahat inaral ko nung bata ako. And then, photography, wala. It was just me. So, baka nga yun yung sinasabi at the back of my head na need ko palang ma-discover. Kasi wala akong teacher, wala akong mentor. I really learned by doing the work and DIYing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, laman ako ng National Bookstore before. Bibili ako ng foil, pang-reflect, cellophane. Ano pa ba gamit ko? Na-discover ko pa CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Pag nilagay ko sa lens ko, nagkaka-rainbow.
Mga glare.
Mga glare. Ang uso doon na website.
DIY.
Oo, Flickr. Tsaka photo.net. Tapos naalala ko pa, sabi sa akin, your photos have too much flare or glare. Both. That's not the right way to shoot. So, yun, funny throughout my life. Laging may ganun. Laging may, that's not the right way to do it. Tapos, itutuloy ko siya.
Kasi nga, the right way to do it is everyone's doing. At ayaw mo nun.
I guess. Or tigas talaga ulo.
Tigas talaga ulo mo.
Parang kung di naman nakakasama, I'll try it. Like, if it doesn't work out, at least I know. Hindi yung sinabi lang sa akin. Kasi nga, yun nga, throughout my life, everything was dictated. So, ang naging solusyon ko, until ako yung makaranas, I probably won't believe it. Yeah.
Getting older, do you have like a photographer na parang nilolook up mo or parang nagpa-mentor ka? Wala? Or ano?
Wala kasi nga shy ako.
Okay.
I remember the very first time I saw a DSLR out in the wild.
Okay.
I was taking behind-the-scenes photos of a concert, and then this gig photographer, si Keith, he had Nikon, or is it Nikon? I'm so sorry. Camera around his neck.
Yun yung unang DSLR encounter mo?
Wala, laki. Paano yun binubuhat?
Yeah.
Ganun siya ka...
Ano to, mga 1855 pa to, mga ano? Or mas mahabang lens yung that time?
Ang gamit niya, ano ba? Baka 18 to 55.
Mga kit lens pa lang.
Kit lens, hindi siya yung telephoto lens. So sabi ko, naalala ko yun sabi ko, pwedeng pahawak. Ganun.
Ganun lang. Paano mo naman nakukuha yung mga gantong access to shoot behind the scenes or to shoot, for the gig? Bukod sa network mo sila, talagang yung mga organizers ba or producers ng events, kilala ka na or paano to?
I'll keep it short pero ex.
Okay.
Yeah,
so connected
banda,
talaga.
Banda niya. And then, yun. So, ako na shoot for their forums, yung mga behind-the-scenes photos. Wala pang Instagram nito. So, what I would do, for example, they had radio tours or shows. I document the entire day na. So, from the van, going up the stairs, talking to the host, naka-document. And then, I'd post them with the captions on the photo. So I'd open them, I'd select photos, for example, 15 photos. Tapos I would type the caption onto the photo. Went up to ganyan-ganyan today. So in a way, para siyang IG.
Yes.
What I was doing.
Saan mo siya pinapost?
Forums parang like band forums before.
Nandun lahat ng fan base
threads. Oo, doon yung fan base. So, parang na siyang IG.
Forums dati, para siyang IG.
So, hindi siya carousel. Wala pa namang swipe na. It was internet. This was not phone. So, you'd have to scroll down
tas
the
yung
page.
text pa nun, di ba?
Yung text, nilalagay ko na sa photo, sa
Okay.
actual photo. So if they save the photo, for example,
Kasama na yung
kasama na yung
description.
caption. So this was pre-Instagram. So
Oh.
feeling ko yun yung training ko in a way. And then
Okay.
dun na rin ako
So may storytelling na siya aside from the
Oo,
photojournalism.
Hindi naman ako photojournalist.
I mean,
Hindi ako...
Yung pag-document. Yeah.
Oo. That's another thing I don't think I can do. I don't think I can ever be a photojournalist. But the storytelling part, kaya naman.
Okay.
Like finding humor in whatever was happening that day. Kasi hindi ako sobrang serious na tao. Nakawala ako when I left the house eh. Hindi ako uptight. Like I think I became a bit more funny when I was left to my own devices. Doon ako nakapasok sa mga music video shoots. So that was my first encounter with more creative lighting. Kasi yung mga talk shows, syempre that's just
Mainstream.
like, mainstream light, commercial lighting, beauty lighting. But for music videos, it was a whole new experience.
Wow.
And doon ako nahumaling. Kasi iba yung pailaw eh. Mainit talaga during that time. They weren't like this. It was like legit
May init
hot
ang mga ilaw
lights.
dati eh.
Oo.
Hindi pa LED.
Tapos, pag tumitingin ako dun sa monitor, parang ibang mundo. And then when you see it edited already, parang pwede pala yun. Iba yung kulay. Yun. That was, I guess, my introduction to OPM.
Okay.
And really falling in love with like creating stories and characters through music.
And then you've been putting that out on forums. Siyempre, mas nakikilala ka na ng iba pang bands, ng fanbase. Ang ganda ng kuha ni Shaira dito, ganito, ganyan. Tapos doon na lumalabas yung mga fear of missing out sa gigs. Kasi nga may mga photos na lumalabas na yung mga nangyari. And then that introduction to like the general OPM aside from Kuya Nyoy, paano ka naman napunta dahan-dahan na pa mainstream? Or ano yung mga big projects na masasabi mo towards your first published work?
I took a chance submitting a portfolio. It was just a one-page collage of all my band shoots from the gigs I got to go to. Yung shuttle kasi from our house that went to... Medyo nag-warp yung timeline ko, but it stopped sa Mylong building along Amorsolo. Yun yung office ng Burn Magazine, which was a music magazine. Kasabayan ng Pulp, I guess. Nag-submit lang, bumaba ako. Sabi ko, how can I give this to? Print ko lang siya one page. And then lumabas yung editor-in-chief, si Conch. Sabi, okay. Do you write? Ako yes. So I ended up being a photographer and a writer for Burn Magazine. 2007.
Okay.
So this was after my first fashion editorial na bigla na lang ako sinalang. Ito talaga I reached out. And I started getting assigned to shoot portraits of artists, cover gigs. Yun lang, I had to write.
So 2006, 2007, that's kainitan nito na kamikaze,
2007, yep.
parokya, grabe yun.
And the only reason I remember this, kasi nagka-2016 trend, diba? Like,
ito lang, 10 years. Tapos ito 20 years.
Oo. Umiyak.
Sorry.
Naghanap ako ng 2016. Ang nabuklat ko, 2007. Sabi ko, iba atang trend to. Wait lang. So, ayun, nagkalat na naman ako sa house kasi nalabas ko na naman lahat ng... Before, pre-internet or pre-social media, we used to cut out our published work from the magazines.
Yes.
And then put them into clear books.
Yes.
So,
na parang scrapbook.
Scrapbook siya. Ang dami kong ganun. Masipag ako mag-antay lumabas yung magazine. For example, you shoot it now. It's gonna come out in 3 months pa.
Yes.
So you'd have to go to the bookstore, cut the page, put it in your scrapbook.
Buy it twice.
Buy it twice.
One to keep and one to cut it out.
Nagkakasundo magkaedad.
Sorry. Okay.
But yeah.
Go.
Yun. So, ang nabuklat ko 2007. I saw a lot of my Burn magazine shoots. So, I think Sagiho...
Wala nang Burn ngayon, ma'am, no?
Wala na. Sagiho was just 3 years old. Imagine.
That time.
I remember nakalagay dun. Sagiho turns 3. Tapos, Urban Dub pa nun, Six Cycle Mind. Sino Sikat,
Putok ng putok jeepney.
Paramita.
Paramita.
I shot Cynthia Alexander, Moonstar 88, Radioactive Sago,
Oh,
Up Dharma
radioactive.
Down.
Yes.
Grabe nung time na yun. It was really like a band explosion. I even shot the Tanduay Rum Rock
Yeah.
Fest.
Yeah.
Tapos nag-shoot na rin ako sa Pulp Summer Slam. Ganun.
Ito mga pulp na to, dito na ba yan sa QC or yung...
Amoranto.
Amoranto na, oh yeah.
So, little scared me was first time kong makakita ng mga lumilipad na bote.
Oo.
Parang,
Tapos yung mosh pit talaga dati na
ginagawa
ano.
ko dito. Pero yun, enjoy ako eh. Enjoy talaga. Feel na feel ko pa nun, may harness pa yung camera ko. May dalawang kama ko nun. Isang telephoto, isang small. Ayun, feel na feel ko. Parang, ay.
Isang zoom tsaka isang prime mo.
isang
Gano'n, no?
zoom,
Left
isang
and
prime,
right.
habang umiilag sa mga bote. And people were more lenient. Hindi sila as strict. Kasi siguro hindi ako mukhang professional nung time na yun. So, pinapashoot lang ako anyway. So, I got like cute shots. Kasi I didn't look like an overbearing like photographer. So, I think I got away with a lot of things.
Plus, hindi ganun karami ang female photographer
Hindi,
kasi.
pero before si Nino Sandejas na Brutal Grace, oh my gosh.
Doon na talaga siya.
Oo, doon na talaga sila.
Yung footing niya kasi,
Yep. Tsaka if you see them shooting, ay atras ka na. Kasi syempre like give them space, like respect.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they were really established already when I started shooting. And then I sort of wanted to be like that kind of a cool photographer. Hindi naman ako cool dati. Parang hindi nga marunong manamit before. But yun, the goal was just to shoot. And hindi rin ako pala daldal sa band before eh. So I think managers yung kumakausap if ever. Or it was really basically through the magazine that I was
And your
able
work.
to do these things. Yep.
and then, lahat to local.
All
Local
local.
gigs, ganyan.
And then Burn Magazine is under an umbrella of other publications.
Yes.
So they have F&B World, that's food. They also did SM Shop Mag, so fashion naman. They did like parent magazines. So since I was shooting for Burn, tinatap na rin ako ng other magazines.
Sa ibang gigs.
Sa ibang magazines. Sa ibang, so for lifestyle, I would do portraits, I would do business. They even had like an entrepreneurial magazine. They had the gadget magazine. They had the motoring magazine. So lahat yun naikutan ko.
Okay.
So that, I guess, was my introduction to...
Laking publication din pala na may hawak ng Burn, no?
That was my introduction to other different kinds of photography and technical knowledge. Kasi iba-ibang shoot, iba-iba yung requirement ng ilaw, ng gear.
But knowing all these publications who has, editor-in-chief, who's worked with, the more formal photographers with proper lighting, their own team, prod team, all that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you still land these projects despite, being parang self-taught, ganito? Alam naman natin, output-based pa din yan. Pero like, how do you handle conversations of, kaya mo ba to? And ikaw, being you, paano mo ina-accept? Lalo kung hindi mo pa natatry.
Fake it till you make it.
It's true, no?
Lakasan ng loob.
Okay.
And I made sure I was prepared for the shoot.
Okay.
So I would do my research before
Always.
the shoot. Basta I'd take it. I'd take the
You
assignment.
don't leave any work in the table.
No, I'd take it. Kasi nga, how would I know? But if, for example, there's something bigger at stake, for example, if it were a jewelry shoot and sobrang technical nun, I'd say, I don't think I can do that.
Okay.
Like, natatansya mo naman eh. But if you were given an assignment that you have never tried, mararamdaman mo naman kung kaya mo eh. Lakasan na lang talaga ng loob and then pushing through. Like, showing up first and then pushing through. You can't chicken out.
Yeah.
You just always have to show up and then do your best. And they're gonna give you feedback if it's not good anyway. So
Learn from that.
Learn from that. I also learned about gear that way. I had shoots where my lens was just a prime, like a 50, but it needed something else. So you had to figure out how to make the client happy or compromise. Madaming ganun, madaming learnings na minsan nakakaiyak kasi mahihiya ka. Parang, I'm sorry, it's not what you expected. But wala, ganun talaga.
On those times, can you make kwento of like, this production traits or yung mga nangyayari behind the scenes na parang hindi too friendly, hindi too creative friendly. Kasi alam naman natin yung industry before versus today. Ngayon, mas soft na.
Yeah.
Ngayon, yung working hours, controlled na. Dati, hanggat hindi tapos yung shoot, di ka pwede umuwi. Kahit wala kang tulog. Yung, paano mo dinidili yung mga ganong situation or nina-navigate?
I don't know if it's an advantage, but when I started photography, it wasn't about being creative. Wala pa ako sa ganun. Even though I was already shooting for magazines or publications, wala pa yung creative part dun. It was documenting, capturing lang. But yung of my own like imagination, wala pa ako dun. So it was easy for me to just take instructions or follow the brief. So wala akong style.
Okay.
Back then, whatever was asked of me, that's what I would do.
You'll produce it.
So, dun ako natuto. Baliktad nga yung yung, yung, I guess, creative path ko. Wala akong creativity at the beginning.
Sila muna lahat bago ikaw?
Sila muna lahat. Parang sinubukan ko muna lahat. Inabsorb ko muna lahat. Explored. Took advice. Kunwari sabihin niya, oh, your none of your shots were in focus. Magkano ka yan? Mag-troubleshoot, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
So, madami namang ganun. Kasi nga, I didn't learn. Like when I saw the manual lever dun sa lens, sabi ko, paano kaya to? Minanwal ko. If you're moving, it won't always be in focus.
Yes.
So, ang ending, hardly any of my shots were in focus. Kung sabihan ako, ba't ka nag-manual? May automatic naman.
May AF dyan.
May
Gagano
AF
mo
naman.
lang.
Oo. Ako, like, in my head, I was being like, oh, I'll try.
Nandun ka na naman sa
Oo, andun naman ako sa
stubborn
I'll
in
try.
you.
Yun. Matututo ka talaga. Okay. Madaming iyak na rin. Kasi, not out of frustration, but you're just sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Na you used that shoot to experiment.
Especially in the work that you're doing, hindi mo mababalik yung moment. So, pag lumagpas na yung moment, tapos hindi ka pukado, iyak na lang.
Iyak na lang. I think I can also be grateful na these shoots were a little smaller, not as high stakes as the things I shoot nowadays.
Yeah.
But not to say they weren't important. But,
of course.
You learn. And they also learn. So, on the creative director side, they're gonna check next time. Wala pa kasing monitor dati.
Oo.
LCD lang eh.
Oo.
Tsaka DSLR to ha. So you don't see the color grading or
Agad.
anything. Agad.
Flat lahat.
Wala. You really had to learn how to shoot through the viewfinder.
Tapos yung mga early camera pa, from the viewfinder, syempre yung LCD nun, like minsan it doesn't give justice. Minsan, di ba? Yung may mga camera line dati na lumabas. Tapos, correct me if I'm wrong, parang yung iba pa talaga yung ma-appreciate mo sa print or sa post versus yung dun sa live, di ba?
Yep.
Okay.
Tsaka JPEG ako mag-shoot dati. Parang hindi pa ata kaya nung computer ko na mag-raw.
Oo.
Tsaka hindi rin ako marunong. Hindi ako technical eh. The only reason I changed cameras after 6 years, sabi lang nung, was it like the art director, sabi niya, siya medyo grainy na yung photos mo. Naka-ISO 100 ako nun eh. Kasi parang yun lang yung capability ng camera ko. Yung palit ka na ng camera. So, until I had a big enough reason to switch gears, saka lang ako magpapalit. So, yun naman yung flaw.
So, 6 years, tapos palit ka system.
Camera pa lang.
Palit ka ng camera.
Yep.
Same system.
Same system.
Same system. Third-party lens system.
Third-party lens. So, pero pati flash, third-party.
L-mount ba to?
Ano ba to? Canon.
Yeah.
Canon
Okay.
mount. So,
Ano to, mga panahon ng mga 1100D, mga ganon?
5D Mark II.
Okay, naka 5D ka na. Okay.
Tapos 24 to 70.
Tasteful pa din.
Second hand ba? Hindi, I got it brand. I can't remember anymore. But,
May mga raon trips ka dati?
Oo.
Lagi?
Kaya lang naman ako nag-Canon before. Kasi nung pumunta ako ng Hidalgo, I was gonna buy the Nikon. Kasi nga nakita ko yung dun sa Photog, yung gusto kong yung hinawakan ko yung SLR niya, diba?
Nikon yun.
Nikon yun. Sabi ko, bibili ako niyan. So I don't know how I managed to save up. But anyway, naka 10% off yung Canon.
Okay.
Dun sa Hidalgo. Yun.
Dito ako sa 10%
Doon
off.
tayo sa 10%.
Magkamukha naman eh.
Tsaka parang,
I'll go with white or yellow print.
tsaka I don't know anything about
It.
either of them anyway. So, yun, seal.
I landed gigs nga with this eh. What more with that, no?
Hiram nga lang yung camera ko dati.
Okay.
Yun, wala.
And then after 6 years of using that, upgrade ka.
Upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah. Ang hirap mag-ipon before because the pay in magazines isn't the best.
Yes.
Especially broadsheets per photo yung pay. So talagang sa dami na lang ng shoots ko ako nakakaipon.
Tsaka depende pa yung pay kung mapapublish o hindi.
Yep. And then check pa to, which you had to
May clearance pa. Tagal pa ng release.
pupuntahan mo pa after the release of the magazine.
Oo. So talagang nag-quantity shoot ka para lang to save up.
Tsaka i-deliver mo yung CDs.
Oh.
Do you remember that
yeah,
time?
Walang airdrop, no? Walang Google link.
Email
Walang
photos.
ganun.
Walang
Respect.
You had to go to the building. Hindi ko kunin ng guard. You had to go up to the office. Yun.
Tapos hindi mo pwede
CDs.
i-chat or i-text lang. You have to notify
Wala.
them
Walang
ahead.
messenger.
Yeah.
I felt your inhale.
Parang parang naisip ko lang din kung gaano ka privileged yung young creatives of having all this technology.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they also have their... Well, now it's harder for them because they're accessible 24/7.
Actually.
Tayo naman walang ganun before. Tayo eh.
Okay, and then from there to paano naman lumaki na? I mean, saan mo mauumpisahan yung kwento na mas nare-recognize na yung work mo?
When you shoot for magazines, and most creatives who are watching will know that there are editorials.
Yes.
So brands will pay for a page or pages in a magazine. Napapadalas yung ganun ko.
Okay.
So if brands would look at the magazine and then maybe perhaps like my photos or thought they resonated with the brand or the story, they'd say, can we get her to shoot our editorial? So sa magazine yung lalabas. But eventually, the brands have their own campaigns
Of course.
that are billboards or in their stores. So dun siya nanggagaling from my magazine work. The brands would tap me to shoot for their campaigns.
And all throughout that, medyo pagka lumabas yung work mo, kahit hindi naman nakatag doon kung sino gumawa, medyo brand mo na yun.
Nagtatanungan sila, who shot this?
Okay. Siyempre, isang circle lang din yung mga advertisers, no?
Yep.
So, sino yung creative for this? Sino yung...
Sino
Okay.
photog niyan?
Okay.
Tapos ako naman, sige.
Paano yun? May management ka ba? May agency ka ba?
Before none. It was just me.
Independent.
And I had such a hard time trying to figure out how to charge. So I would always say kung ano na lang yung budget niya.
Okay.
Kasi-
You'll work around that budget.
Because coming from magazines, there's a set rate.
Yes.
And I had no idea how to price my services. I'd even say before, but if you don't like it, you can bawas. Ganun pa ako.
Oh, okay.
Hindi talaga ako...
You just want to do it.
I just wanted, obviously that's not a good thing to do because that lowers the rates for everyone else.
Yes.
So, syempre, if how come she can do it for this low? Parang it's not supposed to be like that. But I didn't know any better before. And I landed a spot in my agency now.
Okay.
I'm managed by Artists and Company Manila. It was called Jedroot Manila back in 2014. But what I didn't know was that globally, creatives are more often than not represented by an agent. Kumbaga sa artista may manager.
Yes.
The artista can just concentrate on the acting or the work. Someone will handle the bookings,
Yes.
the
The
talent
business part.
fees, the business part. So that's basically what I've had since 2014, and
Okay.
it's been such a big help. Sobra. Wala na ako iniisip.
Nakafocus ka na sa art. Sila na bahala sa
Yep.
haggling, contracts,
bidding,
call
everything.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, kasi I never thought also I would end up in advertising. If you're a small wee photographer and then you see billboards, di mo isipin makakashoot ka ng ganun. Back in the day Kasi to land a magazine cover before, sobrang big deal.
Big deal yun.
Big deal talaga yun. How much more billboards or to see your ads in store, for example, like in Jollibee or McDonald's. Ano na lang yun? Parang hindi mo maabot na pangarap yun when back in the day.
What's your first magazine cover? If you can remember.
I think it was the big magazine. It was Mega Magazine.
Mega. Okay.
This was the Independence Day cover. It was a June issue. Yun, I remember that was my first big fashion cover.
Wow.
I stood on top of an L300 on a field, and then I was shooting down at G-Tonji.
G-Tonji. Okay.
So that was the shot. Yun, hindi pa rin nagsisink in na I was like a fashion photographer. Kasi nung time na yun, lahat pa rin sinushoot ko.
Okay.
Nagpo-food pa rin ako.
Food, music,
nagla-lifestyle pa rin
gig.
ako. Nag-events pa rin ako. So, each shoot I got commissioned to do was still always surprising. Lagi pa rin, talaga?
Ikaw, show up lang naman di ba?
Oo, tsaka nakaka-humble kasi yun na naman, wala na naman ako alam for the next shoot.
First OOH outside of home, billboard.
Billboard, ito funny, OPM ata to. This was Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Shoutout Kuya Teddy.
Sa
Okay.
C5 to. Tapos
Okay.
hindi ko pa nga alam ata na mababillboard siya. Nakita ko na, wow.
Anong time ng shoot?
I don't know what they were promoting.
Showtime na ba
But
to?
Wala pa. I remember it was a black and white photo of them sitting on top of like hollow blocks.
Okay.
I don't know what that was for. I can't remember anymore. But that was my first billboard.
Okay. Possible label work?
Maybe.
Label
or
promo,
maybe
something
for
like
like a brand
Okay.
or a clothing brand. But pwede pala yun.
Okay. What was the feeling? Like, did you see it? Na, ay, wala pa palang LED walls ng mga billboard nito, no? So, hindi pa
lang yung
changing.
lights lang.
Ano lang, print na billboard. So, anong bring us to that moment?
Everything, even the magazines, if I opened the page and then saw my work, nakakatulala pa rin. Actually, even until now. Kasi, di ko talaga inakalang I would be doing stuff like this. That's so much fun.
At para lang din alam nila, siguro hundreds of approvals at ilang tao ang pumipirma para malagay ka sa mga ganung bagay. So, dumaan siya sa maraming yes.
Yes.
Bago ma-print or bago ma-post, no?
Yep. Yun. Hindi naman pa madami yung billboards ko before. So that was a one-off
Okay.
thing. The billboards talaga are now. The last maybe 5 years being with my agency because they really do the bidding for advertising. So kung may billboard man ako before, nagkataon na lang na the brand had the billboard.
Okay.
Ganun lang siya.
Hindi pa siya intentional.
Hindi.
Ngayon talaga you're bidding for the biggest
Yeah.
billboards, no? Okay.
Yeah, like very, very big productions now. And that's why I'm thankful for all the years I spent doing those small shoots. Kasi ang dami kong nakakasalamuhang people na iba-iba yung requirements, iba-iba yung... I guess I just learned to, how do we say this, adapt to different cultures. That was the most important part for me. Tapos when you see your work, parang, nag-zone in ka lang. Because it's not just you. You're just responsible for capturing the square.
The moment.
But it's nice that everyone was on board. But yun yung feeling lagi for me. Parang lahat tayo made this. So I think that's what makes me sentimental.
Balik tayo. Nung naging career na siya, how's the family about it na?
Unang tanong, so may kilala ka artista?
Okay.
Or baka may GC ka ulit sa hotel?
Okay.
Or baka may libreng ganyan. So, sinushoot mo? Paano yun? Tinatawagan mo sila, ikaw nagpipicture. Tapos, saan ilalagay? Hindi...
Curious questions.
Curious questions. And also, having been in the industry for a couple of years at that point, you only begin to realize how foreign our world is
Actually.
to outsiders.
Even to our families.
Even to our families. It's so hard to explain. So I didn't really, exert too much effort explaining. I just kept doing the work. And then, I shot this. But, yun lang, ma-frustrate lang ako na hindi ko ma-explain ano yung ginagawa. I just take pictures.
Yeah.
And I give the GCs when I have GCs.
Yes.
Hindi naman nagpapa-shoutout, thank God. But yun lang yun.
Problema yun eh. Kakamustahin ka para magpa-shoutout. Shoutout sa inyo. Hindi, joke lang.
Or mag-message pag baka naman pwede mong invite si ganyan.
On personal gatherings. So,
Oo.
gets.
Yeah.
And then, Mashay, palaki yung work. Ano yung mga moments na makikwento mo na parang big break? Sino? Anong scenario? Anong brand? Sinong artista?
I wish I had a big break. Pero sa dami talaga.
Sa dami
Sa
talaga.
dami ng shoots. Some days I'd have 4 shoots.
Wow.
This was magazine era pa.
Yeah.
So itutuhog mo talaga yung shoots kasi maliit yung budget.
Oo. Tapos ang tagal pa lalabas, ha?
So in a day we'd have 4 shoots. It could be 2 different magazines. Tapos may event pa ako ng gabi. So wala akong big basag into the industry. I think I just crept in slowly. Like from all angles. Nag-intersect na lahat eh. Like food, fashion, music, food commercial. Yun. Wala akong big break talaga.
Nag-shoot ka sa mga
honestly.
film? While during shootings? May mga ganun ka?
I think meron naman. But I think these were films I was in.
Okay.
On board on set, I was in The Gifted.
BTS ko, self ko.
I was in The Gifted, and then kay Direk Marlon Rivera pa yun eh. So while waiting on set, nagpipicture ako. Nagsistills ako. But I remember there were a couple of years, maybe 2015 to 2016, where I started getting creative. I would start doing my fun shoots. And nag-start yung aesthetic ko or my style. Kasi ang dami ko na shoots. Sabi ng isang makeup artist na friend ko, ano yung mga shoots mo siya na ikaw lang. Tapos I had no idea what he was talking about. Yung sinushoot mo pag walang client. Wala akong ganun. So I didn't have any creative experiments. I didn't have any testing of fashion shoots. Doon ko na-realize, ano?
Makeup artist pa yung nagtanong, ha?
Oo, siya, ano sinushoot mo pag wala kang client? Tapos, wala.
Oo. Sanay lang akong may kliyente.
Sanay lang akong sumusunod sa brief, which I really enjoyed. Pero wala pala akong sariling voice. Hindi voice vision.
Tingnan ko lang yung timeline. So, 2026 ngayon. 2016 yung na-discover mo yung aesthetic mo because of this conversation. So, from 2006 to this, talagang lahat
Actually,
work lang?
Parang tinanong niya ako, this was siguro 2012.
Okay. Mas maaga.
Mas maaga pala. Nag-ano na yung 20 years old. It's a lot to remember or parang remember chronologically. But parang 2012 yun nung he was asking. So, ano ni-shoot ko? So, I organized a fun shoot.
Okay.
Na walang brief from anyone. Sabi ko, ano kaya pwede ko i-shoot? Ang dami kong na-ukay na medyo 1950s na damit. Sabi ko, sige, gawa tayo ng period-looking photo shoot with the hair and the makeup. So, dun ako nag-start mag-shoot ng medyo cinematic na images. So, for a long time, akala nila nagsistills ako sa movies. But actually...
Organized shoot siya.
Actually, flash yun. Color grading ko yun. So, I shot to make it look like films.
Yes.
So, akala talaga nila nagsistills ako sa movie. And yun, may hashtag pa yun. Shy Still Film Series.
Shy Still Film Series.
I
Kaya akala
think.
stills.
Oo, kaya akala stills. So, yun lang naman yung side kwento
Bakit
ko dun.
bakit mo pinan out or pinan papunta sa parang film? Dahil ba growing up?
No, I don't even
Documented
watch movies.
ka by film?
No, I'm not even a cinephile. I have a hard time watching movies.
So, siya parang,
Hindi ko alam. Siguro yung lighting, na-challenge ako sa lighting. Like, how do I make this look like a movie? Because a lot of the things I would shoot were commercial or dreamy, but lighting for movies is a bit different. Like, alam mong pelikula, I can't. That's hard to, because I'm not a DOP, but yun, if you look at that hashtag, medyo mukha siyang stills. So, that's how I trained myself using flashes.
Saan mo na to ina-upload? Facebook na?
IG and Facebook.
Facebook and
Ay,
IG
grabe yung albums ko sa Facebook. It's public anyway. So, if you wanna
Makikita
check
pa rin.
andun lahat yun. You have to scroll down all my albums. andun lahat yun. I think I should upload it to Instagram kasi I think 20 years na, 15 years na nakalipas, baka pwede na umuli. Yun.
And then you found, paano mo naman na-realize na ito yung gusto kong, this is the Shaira Luna palette?
Nagustuhan ko lang siya, pero part lang siya ng palette.
Okay. Hindi pa siya yung main?
Hindi siya. Feeling ko wala akong main
Yeah?
style. I don't think
But I can
so.
see, pero I can say if a creative looks into a photo, they would know that it's your shot.
I always get that. Parang ako rin hindi ko masabi what makes it a Shaira photo. Ano ba? Hindi siguro ako ma-post. I think it's more of the capture rather than the style or the lighting. I think it's how the subject looks.
Okay.
Or how do I put it into words? For example, if you looked at photos from, let's say, the 1920s, like people look at the camera a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi siya conscious of what they look like, diba? Basta they have a certain look. So I think maybe that's what people see when they see a photo I've taken. I don't know.
Kailan ka una nagka-peg?
Magazines na.
Doon na talaga.
I shot a lot for Candy Mag.
Wow.
Cosmo. So, yun yung mga medyo fashion. Tapos nung nag-preview magazine na, naku, doon ako, nanginig ako doon.
Nag-geek out ka na.
Nanginig. Kasi
Dahil?
hindi naman ako fashion person. Wala ako alam sa fashion. Tapos Daryl Chang pa yung stylist.
Okay.
I think hindi ako nagsalita the whole shoot. Kasi sa takot ng first major fashion editorial. Preview kasi before was scary for like someone who's just beginning.
I think now they're being operated also with Mega na, no? Same na yata.
Summit, ang preview.
Okay.
Ano naman ako freelance before, so I was able to shoot for all the magazines. Pero scary. So dun mo malalaman kung ano yung mga kailangan ko pa matutunan. Kasi dun ako matahimik. Nag-observe lang ako. My introduction to fashion was very slow. Because I didn't really have a sense of style. I didn't know what really made a fashion editorial. So after that first personal shoot in 2012, lagi na ako nag-shoot every week because I just wanted to get the hang of telling stories with clothes. Nag-uukay ako lagi just to produce those shoots. Every week ako nag-shoot. Walang palya.
So simula nung na-discover mo na mag-shoot tayo ng parang 50s, simula nun lagi nang naghahanap ka na ng damit na parang sa timely.
Yep, and then dun na ako nakakapag-research about clothes. What were the clothes in the 60s and the 70s
Na-develop mo
and
na yung style mo.
80s. Oo, tapos
Fashion
naging
style.
interested na ako in fashion. And I discovered different types of lighting and color grading just because I wanted to figure out what would I shoot on my own. Damit yung pinaka-accessible sa ukay. So, yun. Minsan 80s, minsan 90s. Siguro yun yung nare-recognize ng tao kaya ako kinukuha for fashion editorials. So, I would do 60s style, mga beehive, 70s na mga That 70s Show style shoes.
At wala masyadong gumagawa kasi nun.
Before, wala masyado. And hindi ko naman intention na...
This is pre-4 of spades, ah.
Yeah. Oo. O yun.
Hindi naman intentional.
No, nothing I did before was intentional except to show up.
Wow.
And produce the output that was needed.
And looking back, parang wala kang pagsisisihan, no?
Wala.
Pero ang hirap, no?
Oh.
Hirap dati, no?
Mahirap talaga. Grit, capital, all caps.
Knowing that you're operating in a creative industry in a third world country, it's really...
Yep.
Iba. Okay. Here and there, syempre, nasa music ka rin bago yung fashion, di ba? Did you work with, dati kasi sikat na sikat yung mga music channel. May MTV, may Mix.
Wala.
Did you have projects with them?
Nope.
So, underground talaga yung music mo?
Oo.
So, bagay, iba yung mga names na nandun, no? Iba yung mga nandun
Once ako
dati.
nakapag-shoot sa Mixed Music Awards.
Mixed Music
Parang
Awards.
to me, na ako nun, I've made it.
Okay. Hindi mix mo. Mixed Music Awards.
Mixed Music Awards, 2006.
Okay.
I think. Si Hart pa yung VJ nun.
Okay.
Tapos nag-shoot ako backstage. Parang for me, hey! Saya na ako nun. But mostly, just for the magazines. And not even for the music labels yet.
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 And then, okay, fast forward. Paano mo naman, sabi mo nga, slowly crawling, getting your name out there, gaining that experience, networking. And then when you signed with your agency, how did things change?
I didn't have to call the accountants of
Okay.
the publication to follow up my checks. They basically took care of the accounting for me, and then this is really my entry into advertising,
The mainstream,
the
na?
big girl work,
Oh.
the serious work. Hindi ko naman alam na may pabidding.
Oh, yeah.
'Di ba? Hindi ako aware sa ganun eh. So they would bid on projects for me. They would seek out clients, present my portfolio. If there were negotiations with brands, they do it. So yun, I was just left to shoot.
Okay.
Pero advertising talaga yung pinaka naitulong ng having an agency.
Yun. Dun sa part na yun.
Yep.
Today, how do you do your passion work? If there's any. You still do passion shoots or you still go out of work just to create?
Yep.
Daily.
Oo. Kasi mahilig talaga ako mag-ukay. Tapos minsan I'll see someone on like someone's IG na parang cute to i-shoot Tapos I'll message, do you wanna shoot?
Okay.
Ganun lang. Walang, ano siya eh, I feel like that's my form of exercise. Exercising my eyes, my imagination. Not to say that the work I do doesn't require that. It still requires a lot of that. But iba yung pagiging giddy when you're just shooting for fun. And everyone's having fun also kasi wala namang, alam mo yun, walang dinidictate. And it's legit for nothing. It's just for posting.
Punta naman tayo sa tech. Siyempre, nag-change yung technology. Sabi mo nga, you've been doing this for, let's say, 20 years. How does that affect your style? Or how do you adapt on it? Especially pag may bagong ganto, may bagong ganyan. Yung prime lens ng gantong brand, sobrang bigat. Yung prime lens ng gantong brand, sobrang gaan.
Yeah.
Paano yung nagmamat sa'yo?
For advertising, I eventually had to get medium format cameras. We do what we call library shoots. So that's basically a gray background and then the celebrity. You do everything from Christmas theme to Valentine's to summer, and then you shoot that full body. But sometimes they need it just half. So to save time, you just shoot full body. And then the medium format allows you to crop as close as you can. So that saves you a lot of time. So that's why I have my medium formats. And also for low light photography, minsan wala akong dalang light and then I just bring my medium format. And then, iba lang itsura. But honestly, the camera I use the most is my disposable.
Okay.
My quick snap.
Okay.
Lagi akong meron sa bag. I have one now, every day. So, yung bumalik ulit yung sa childhood ko na lagi lang may camera. Lagi lang may camera.
Tsaka mas magaan na siya.
Mas magaan siya. Mura na rin naman magpa-develop. Wala lang free album.
Yeah. Yung wala lang free album.
Wala lang free album. And then I have cameras that are just for personal work. Yung hindi ganun kabigat yung files. Kasi medyo wild yung files ng medium format.
Oo.
Medyo malaking files.
Especially for print or especially kapag, okay.
Yeah, so I just have my baby cameras and then I have film cameras. But yun, I'm not actually so particular about it. As long as they get the job done, I'll use any camera.
If you're doing like a formal or, a professional shoot,
Yeah.
of course, you're a professional. If you're doing
Sometimes.
if you're doing like parang, parang work,
Yeah.
ano yung mga negotiables mo?
Like if it's an advertising shoot, wala, client kasi nagdidictate. But I always ask for a white studio.
Wide studio.
White,
White,
if
okay.
possible.
Okay.
It's just more conducive to the kind of lighting they usually need.
They usually need.
What they usually need. So para lang easier for everyone, sana may white studio.
Okay.
Because a lot of times sabay yung print shoot and yung TVC shoot. And laging priority ang TVC shoot.
Siyempre.
So you always have big black boxes that just suck all the light.
The light, yeah.
Ang advantage naman ng white studio, you can just bounce. It's less equipment needed. It's just so much less, it's less visual clutter. Medyo simple ako mag-shoot eh. I think sometimes people have the impression that I have a giant setup and 10 assistants. I have 2 assistants. And my lighting is super simple.
Okay.
But it depends on the shoot, of course.
Depends on the,
But
requirement.
most of the time, I just take a look at the room and see what I can utilize to make my lighting more simple. Yun.
If you have a shoot, paano mo sinisimulan yung araw mo? Dati kasi you have to shoot tuhog, multiple, di ba? Ngayon siguro on one shooting day, one shoot na lang talaga.
Oo, kasi
Paano nangyayari?
18 hours din eh.
Ang haba. Oo nga, no? Lalo pag... Oo nga.
Mahaba ang shoots.
Pero paano siya? Paano pagising? Paano yung...
I wake up super early. I think I got that from working sa morning show.
Yeah.
So...
The 3 a.m. call times.
Ideally, my waking time would be 4 a.m. But that's moved to 5
Okay.
lately. Because I've been sleeping at like 2.
Okay.
We have a lot of pre-prods before the shoot, especially for advertising. You have a briefing, you have a feasibility meeting, then you have a pre-production meeting, which already involves the client. Those are I love meetings.
The third one.
I love even the feasibility meetings where you explain your lighting.
Okay.
Or you explain how you're gonna shoot it.
When you put out your requirements for the shoot.
Tuntua ako dun. Kasi you always have to find the simplest way to explain the technical side.
And that's creative of doing that, no?
So, kasi pag tumawa na sila after or pag comfortable na sila after, parang, we got this. Okay
Madali na yung shoot.
Madali na yung shoot.
Okay.
And once I get on set, ayun na, kausap mo na lang.
Okay.
Sadly, I'm a morning person. So, matatansya ko naman if they're not morning people. So, I've become quite sensitive in that manner. Like, marunong ako makiramdam. Like, I can read the room naman. So, if I feel like they're not too chirpy in the morning, like, I'll tone it down. And then when I feel like the pace is starting to pick up, yun, saka ka...
Pasok mo na yung ideas. Interject ideas.
Saka ka na medyo tatawa na.
So now, being like the main photographer and when you have this pre-prods and these meetings, nakakatulong din talaga na matagal ka ring independent, no?
Yeah.
Closing your own work, dealing your own deals.
Sometimes if I can't make it to the PPMs, my agents will step in for me, but they've known me long enough and my lighting long enough to be able to salo my explanation. Actually, I send voice notes if I can't attend the meetings. So I send a voice note and then the feedback will always be, Mishay, nag-ASMR ka naman daw.
ASMR.
Kasi daw para ako nag-ASMR when I talk. When I talk daw, para daw akong dentista. So, hindi naman. Kasi this is how I shoot. Like how I talk like this is how I shoot. So very...
Seems fun.
Yeah, fun. I try to make all shoots as fun as possible. Professionally possible.
That's fire. Up to this day, siguro sa lahat, sa dami ng shoot mo, bring us to this favorite scenario na meron ka.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Recently lang.
Hindi na ba? 2 years
2
ago.
years ago? Sige, bring us to that story.
Sabrina and her. Kasi yung
Sa
mga
her
shoot-
din, okay.
Si her din eh. Mga shoot kasi na ganun, they don't tell you who you're shooting.
Oh!
So, naalala ko nung kay her, nag-zoom lang siya eh. Okay, we have a date, but we can't tell you who it is yet. Tapos nung nag-zoom, sabi, okay, by the way, this is who we're shooting. Tapos lumabas yung photo niya. Ala, nag-off cam ako. Kasi naiiyak na ako.
You're a fan.
Sabi ko, are you serious? Kasi I really watched so many of her videos. Yun talaga eh. That's why you can never take any shoot for granted. Because you don't know what it's gonna add up to for in the future. So pag ganung biglaan, prepared ka naman pala. For Sabrina Carpenter, it was also a last minute thing that we were allowed to shoot her before her concert.
Here.
Here.
Yun nandito siya,
So,
okay.
Vogue said, okay, Shai, we're leaving this up to you. You pick your team.
Okay.
You be the creative director. You make the mood board. You pick your stylist, your set designer.
Wow.
And then the makeup artist, because she already had her own hairstylist. So yun, your brain just scans everyone you've ever worked with, and then you can connect the dots. Like, okay, she will be perfect for this and for this. I know she can do this. So we assembled that team in like 2 days.
Sarap ng ganung project, no? You pick your own team, parang bubuuin mo yung sarili mong Avengers.
Yep. Parang may mood board ka, and then you know exactly who will be able to do the job.
Galing.
Yun. Saya.
Maraming pang masayang kwentuhan. Nandito pa rin kayo sa paborito niyong podcast. Magbe-break lang kami mabilis. Shoutout sa Doobie's Coffee. DougBrock Radio. Yo, Cyberspace. I-remind ko lang, meron pa kami ibang shows. Nagre-review kami ng local brands and merchandise, merch library. Meron kaming live performances, sound trip. Bukod dito sa podcast, meron din kaming exclusives, essentials, at freeverse. Marami pang iba. Check out nyo lang, dbtv.network. Keep on winning. Yo, Cyberspace! Nandito ka pa rin sa paborito mong podcast. Hindi kami yung best, hindi kami yung number one, kami yung paborito mo. This is your favorite podcast, DougBrock Radio. Shoutouts to the creative team. Nandito si JD. Nandito rin syempre si Josh. Nandito si Direk Figs. At syempre Maro Sales. Kasama ko si Mar. 6 years na kami nagpa-podcast. Grabe. At super happy lang. Thank you lahat sa support ninyo, guys. And abangan nyo yung mga events na parating. Nandiyan yan, detalye sa baba. Balik muna tayo sa kwentuhan. We're still with Shaira Luna.
Dami sinabi.
So, punta tayo sa mga siguro yung mga first out of town mo. Siyempre, Manila girl, di nga marunong mag-commute, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos, yung mga una mong malalayong shoot, meron ka bang mga malala yung shoot na parang kailangan mong umakyat ng bundok, tumawid ng
Madami
ilog, mga ganon?
Madami. Kasi I also did travel photography when I was starting. So, ayun na naman, nagpanggap na naman akong writer. So, I would be sent to shoot mga resort,
Okay.
mga destinations. Akit ka ng bundok, pasok ka ng cave, and then ako yung magsusulat and mag-shoot. So, dala ko yung camera ko, papasok dun sa mga cave. Mga ganun. So, I also did that kind of photography, interiors also. Parang memorable siguro sa akin na hindi nga out of town to eh. I was assigned to shoot Jago Mapa for Burn Magazine sa house niya sa Antipolo.
Okay.
Ang alam lang ng brain ko, Makati. So, I think nag-taxi ako going to Antipolo na feeling ko out of town na. And then, nung pauwi, sabi niya, hatid kita sa FX, sakay ng FX. Hindi ko alam ano yung FX. Sabi niya, basta sakay ka dyan and then baba ka dito. Tapos wala namang phone, wala namang Waze, walang anything. And honestly, hindi ko alam paano ako naka-uwi, but my fare was 600.
Wow. And that's super big na that time.
Back then, big. Kasi alam ko, TF ko parang 1-2. Ganun. Yun yung memorable for me na I really felt like I was on my own.
Kalahati ng TF, one way. So, ganun, yung two-way yun, edi ubos yung TF.
Yun lang, hindi ko alam ba't yun yung nag-stick sa akin. Kasi sobrang dami ko rin namang out-of-town shoots na on a yacht, I'd shoot on a boat, and then shoot ko na sa kabilang boat, mga ganun. But siguro yun yung first time na I really had to suck it up and like, ginusto mo to, matuto ka.
Oo.
So yun. Kasi all the other shoots naman, we have vans, like, we're cared for. But that was the first time I really felt like I know nothing. Yeah.
Out of town, can you bring us to, some of your, out of the country, some of your overseas shoot, for what brand, for whom, and tell us the scenario.
A lot of the out of the country shoots we did were for Regatta.
Okay.
This was pre-pandemic, so twice a year we'd either go to Australia or Korea.
Regatta, the clothing brand?
Our clothing brand. Pag nakita mo yung ads, akala mo sa abroad sinut. Before, dito sinashoot. But eventually, nag-shoot talaga abroad.
Okay.
So we would shoot summer campaigns July, pero winter dun. So ginawa na ginawa yung models kasi baliktad nga yung seasons. Then we also did Paris for me clothing.
Wow.
We did New York, London. Madami na rin napuntahan for local clothing brands. And then for Pen Shop, we shot Nam Joo-hyuk in Korea.
Yeah.
I didn't really know who he was back then.
Until the shoot.
Until I got back, and then everyone was just dying. Parang, Mishay, paano ka nag-shoot nung tumingin siya sa mata mo?
Oh!
Ako, hindi ko siya kilala. Yun. This was before he was super big for like weightlifting fairy or something. I'm not really, I don't really watch. But yun, madami-dami na rin out of the country shoots. Even the mga parating na shoots this year, we've shot out of the country.
Wow. What's your favorite country
Hirap.
na shoot?
Hirap naman. Well, I like being in Melbourne.
I love
Medyo
Melbourne.
mukha siyang London. But I like the accent. It's my favorite accent.
The
It just
Australian English.
makes me happy. Because in London, I feel like I have to be smart.
Okay.
But in Australia, I can just be like, happy. Like I think it's very bagay. Like Melbourne, like the culture. There's so many museums.
Yes.
What I usually do, and kaya rin lumaki yung portfolio ko for international magazines. So for example, we're shooting there for 3 days. I'll extend for a week. I'll contact the modeling agencies there. I'll contact makeup artists or no makeup artists. Tapos magpa-fun shoot lang ako
Okay.
every day that I'm there.
Wow.
So sometimes 5 models, 1 per day or 2 per day.
So you'll just do your portfolio.
Yun ang
no?
bisyo ko, mag-fun shoot. It's not cheap kasi.
Actually, 3 days yung shoot, 1 week yung extension.
1 week yung fun shoot. Actually, 1 day ukay muna.
Okay
Para
muna.
sa mga susuotin nila.
Thrifting.
And then yung Airbnb na ibubook ko for me, kailangan maganda na for shooting.
Worthy na siya para maging ano.
Tsaka hindi sila strict dun. Hindi yung
Actually.
parang, we need a permit to shoot here. Wala. So,
Walang discrimination.
so gigising ka, aesthetic.
Actually, walang, walang wire.
Aesthetic na. Tapos pupunta na lang yung model dun to shoot. Yun. So, I have a lot of contributions to mga international zines because of that kind of playtime.
Okay. Dream destination na hindi mo pa napupuntahan.
Mga Switzerland, mga ganyan.
Okay.
Mga Sweden.
More Europe na.
Europe. Ano pa ba? Wala masyado akong dream destination. I just like traveling. And more sa malamig na countries. Because I like feeling like I'm being hugged by my clothes.
Speaking of clothes, sabi mo nga
Yes.
matagal mong develop yung fashion sense mo. Dati, plain black lang.
Prod.
Off the record kanina, you were telling na naka-prod shirt ka,
Prod,
kahit
yeah.
ikaw yung creative director, di ba? Kaya rin siguro may intimidation sa mga stylist dati. Pero through time na develop mo siya and always, kumbaga, if you talk about photographers, dapat solid sila manamit. Pero ikaw, kahit hindi ka photographer, parang model, parang palette na talaga. Alam mo yun? Subject ka na eh. Paano mo masabi paano siya talaga na-develop or ano talaga yung pinaka-reasoning bakit nahanap mo yung fashion sense mo ngayon?
Siguro kasi naging student din ako nung imagery. Diba, I was researching a lot for my personal shoots.
Okay.
Tapos dumami na lang yung damit ko. Minsan wala na akong masuot. So susuotin ko yung costume na was supposed to be for my shoot. And in my head, kasi since I work in a creative environment, no one's really gonna judge me if I'm wearing like green boots to a shoot. Diba? Hindi ka masyadong mahihiya. Kasi everyone, medyo kakaiba tayo mag-isip in this industry. So you won't really get judged. So I found that my shooting environment was sort of my playground for fashion. Tapos every time I dress up, lagi ako tinatanong, where do you get that? Tapos okay lahat ng damit ko kasi. So pag sinasabi ko, 25 lang yan, 50 lang yan.
Ay, hindi naman maniwala. Dalang-dala mo eh.
Tuwan-tuwa sila. So that kind of fueled my love for thrifting. Nacha-challenge ako na mas napapansin yung ukay ko na suot or equal yung attention giving to my ukay clothes dun sa mga clothes that are on the rack. So, yun, naging laro siya for me.
Today, are you more of a marketplace person or physical ukay?
Physical ukay pa rin.
What's your favorite ukay place?
The only reason it's my favorite is because it's 13 minutes away from where I live. So I'm always in Makati Square.
Okay.
But I really enjoy Tagaytay. Dun yung may 5 pesos.
Oh.
Yun yung may 10 pesos. Tapos medyo malamig. Comfort pa rin. Maarte pa rin.
Oh, yeah.
But yun, madalas ako Makati Square. I also like Cubao. Pag may concert sa Araneta.
Or Kia.
Mag-uukay muna. Marketplace, usually for furniture, vintage furniture, decor. Nasa ganung edad na tayo na medyo house stuff na yun. Tinitignan.
Homebodies.
Homebodies, carousel.
Yeah.
Madalas din ako sa carousel. But a lot of my vintage things are eBay US, Depop. Yun lang, medyo mahal pinapaship ko pa kasi dito. But legit 1970s suits, dresses that I wear for events. Ayun.
Very, ngayon kita yung tattoos mo.
Di nga.
Kwento mo kami, ano yung mga stories ng tattoos mo? Kahit hindi lahat, ano yung una? And then, kung ano yung pwede mo i-pinpoint and what's the story or meaning of it?
Unang tattoo ko, tramp stamp.
Sorry?
Tramp stamp. Comment down below if you know what a tramp stamp is.
Tramp stamp?
Do you know what a tramp stamp is? Anyway,
Saan?
Charlie XCX.
Okay.
Uso kasi dati yung sobrang low waist na jeans.
Okay.
Yung zipper 1 inch lang. So, medyo kita yung back part. Magpapalagay ka ng tattoo right before the line of your behind.
Okay.
So, that's
Yung dito?
lower back tattoo, basically.
Okay. Tramp stamp ba tawag doon?
Tramp stamp ang tawag doon.
Okay.
So, I got one when I was 17. Madalas butterfly ang tramp stamp. But
Okay.
mine was half moon. Kasi Luna, moon.
Oh, yeah.
So, I had a half moon. Tapos, hindi siya napag-isipan ng mabuti.
At least hindi tribal, ah.
Muntik na ang alibata.
That's my first tattoo, by the way, alibata.
Ayun. Tapos na-cover up na siya ng na-cover up. Hanggang lumaki. A4 size na yung cover up eh.
Ang laki na.
Medyo malaki siya.
May almost back piece na.
Almost, abot ng tailbone.
Oh my God. Okay, okay.
So that was my way of coping before. Pag medyo mainit ulo ko about something, I would get a tattoo. But siguro, hindi ko na kinaya yung design. Hindi na ako nagpa-tattoo after 10 years.
Okay.
After like my back mishap. So when I started getting tattoos on my arms, the first one was by Ouija, Laksamana. So girl artist, super lambot ng strokes niya. I got a cartoon character here, like a fictional character here, and then the signature of my favorite author here. Ganun lang. Parang butas. So,
parang kulang.
So 2014 to this day, I get a tattoo like maybe 3 times a year.
Okay.
And my tattoo artist now is Jun de Pasupil. Wala na kaming pre-prod. Wala na kaming discussion about the tattoo. I ask for a schedule, and then on the way there, kung nasa Grab ako, sakala ko maghahanap ng design.
Okay.
Or mag-iisip ng
What's the
design.
reasoning for having tattoos today?
I don't even show them so much. I'm always in long sleeves. I think because I feel like my memory will fail me very quickly. I just have a feeling. So I like having bits of me on my skin. Yung parang yung movie, yung Memento. Yung pag tinignan niya, may mga maalala siya. Hindi naman deep yung mga tattoos ko eh. A lot of them are just dumb.
Dito sa mga kita, can you explain them?
This is the O in Coke Zero.
Okay. Okay.
Ganun lang siya
To be reminded na wag ka mag-Coke regular, wag ka mag-Coke light, mag-Coke Zero ka.
Mag-Coke Zero ka. And then may smiley face.
Of course.
Syempre. And then this is the signature of my Ate Nympha, the one who made the Maha Blanca.
Shoutouts Ate Nympha.
She's basically my mother, so I put her here. And then,
Ate Nympha is who took care of you since you were 2.
yes.
Okay.
And then these are the initials of all my dogs. I have 9 dogs.
You have 9 dogs.
Oo. Tapos this is the plate number of my agent. My current agent. Ito yung first car na nabili niya.
NHS. Plate number, pinatato mo?
Kasi first car niya.
At agent mo siya.
Na magka-work kami.
Your business together. Wow.
So, super proud. So, I put it here. Hi, Jason. Love you.
Hi, Jason.
This is my Game Boy. So, if you hold my hand, you can play.
Okay. Select and player.
This my latest. That's my face tattoo.
Yes.
This is Virgo.
Virgo, your zodiac. What's in your neck?
Okay, I'm not narcissistic or anything. It doesn't stand for Shaira Luna.
But it's SL, no?
It's SL. But they're two completely parang different. I got them at separate times.
Okay.
Nagkataon na sa my initials.
Pero ibang artist o parehas?
Same artist. Like June is my only artist now. But they are different. They're
Separate
unrelated.
times. Okay.
Kind of related.
This is your only face tat?
Yeah, actually today I wanted to get another one. So pag nagkita tayo ulit, I'll have another face tattoo. Nung una, bawal ako mag-tattoo above the neck. Because my other agent was so scared I wouldn't get work.
Land work, yeah.
Oo, parang sabi niya, paano yung mga endorsements mo, ganyan. Hindi naman ako artista, sabi ko sa kanya. Ayaw niya. So 6 years, it was my dream to get a neck tattoo. Tapos one day, I just did it.
Okay.
Funny because now when I'm being shot, they always request if they can see more of my tattoos. So, wala, naka-long sleeves talaga.
That's you, eh.
It's, yeah. What else? My favorite tattoo, favorite ba? Dami ko favorite. Is the one on my stomach.
Okay.
So, I mentioned a while ago, I love theme parks. Nakatattoo dito yung Anchors Away.
Anchors
Ng
Away.
Enchanted Kingdom.
Ng Enchanted Kingdom.
Kasi, so 2 years in a row na ako nagdadala ng friends sa Enchanted Kingdom. As in coaster levels. Ganyan. So this year ulit. Sama kayo.
Game.
So yun.
Patato nga ako bump car.
Here. Dito. Tapos my biggest ba?
Biggest?
Pino-cover up ko yung tramp stamp.
Yung A4.
Blackout.
Blackout na square? Or ganun lang? Paano?
Everything's
Rectangle?
black. Yep.
But ayaw mo na nung moon? Ayaw mo na nung moon? Yung blackout.
Ang sakit sa bangs.
Okay. May nakita ka na ba na pinatato ka?
What? No.
Meron bang ganun?
Please wag.
Okay.
Wag naman.
Sige.
Wag. Make better choices in life.
Okay. Miss Shai, siguro maraming manonood nito in the future na creatives. Maraming makakanood nito na creatives. Fan mo, fan of your work, fan of what you do. Siguro discuss tayo being a photographer here in the Philippines. What do you think are the best practices of, exercising your profession?
Well, maybe speaking already from the advertising point of view, and only because I am able to bring these practices into, like, for example, my OPM shoots. There's a lot of planning and communication before the shoot. Kasi tayo siguro nung umpisa, like especially for just bands or labels who just shoot. Dati shoot lang eh. Walang pre-prod, walang Zoom meetings. But what I'm noticing now is similar na yung preparation for a shoot. Because I think your branding is so much more important now than it was before.
Actually.
Ano styling dati? May naalala ka bang bihira yung magka-peg for a photo shoot. Bihira yung may full creative team. It was just you come in whatever
Parang
you're wearing.
shotgun pa rin dati, no?
Oh, you came in whatever you're wearing and then shoot ka lang. But
Ngayon, you need a complete wardrobe to choose from, no?
So now it's really being treated as advertising and branding. So however professional I am in that environment, I try to take it out or bring it into the other fields I shoot in. Communication is very important. Don't always assume things. The way you explain something or the way you see or understand something might be different from how the other person understands it. So you always have to talk about what you're gonna shoot. Very important. Hindi pwedeng silent artist.
Okay.
It's not always about you.
And when you're shooting, of course you're directing. How do you engage with your subject or with your, the artist or, the person you're shooting? It's different pagka gig, of course. Siyempre, tumutugtog sila, di ba? Or events, di ba? Pero when you're really directing, like, what's your style and what do you think is, the best that works out most of the time?
This, for me, applies a lot to my work in OPM because I shoot across a lot of different genres. And iba, for example, i-shoot ang Clara Benin
Yes?
sa i-shoot ang SB19. Sobrang layo.
Magkaiba. Total different world.
The way they talk, the way they dress, the people they're surrounded by, their fan base. So I really research. I watch their videos. I watch their interviews. I look at how their fans react. I look at their TikToks. Research pa rin. Kung ano yung ginagawa ko 20 years ago, ganun pa rin. Same pa rin. You have to genuinely be curious about who you're shooting. If you have time, syempre. Like, what if you have to shoot the next day and you don't have time? I mean, as much as you can, you learn about who you're shooting, what you're shooting for. Tas iba-iba pa yung aesthetic, iba yung heto dreamy. SB, kailangan medyo commercial, medyo not K-pop, medyo fashion.
Yeah.
I still...
Those are your due diligence?
Always.
Okay.
Always. Hindi pwedeng ipupush ko yung style ko. Even if they say, Miss Shai, we're getting you for this because we think your style fits. Hindi pa rin eh. For me, I still try to cater to your, I guess, branding or your personality. Because that's how we're gonna be able to relate to your audience.
Actually.
So, not even compromise. I think compromise is a bit negative. It's more like, it's an exploration. It's a nice, happy, like mishmash of our creative juices. So, yun, aral pa rin talaga.
Aral.
And that way you get to talk while you're shooting. There's something for you to bring up or remember or something you won't shoot again kasi nagawa nyo na. And it's also, I think you get the best photos when the subject knows they're safe around you or you're really interested in them. Psychology talaga ang shooting.
Actually.
It's a very person-on-person thing.
Sabi mo, nag-gauge mo kung medyo open na, medyo loose na yung client or yung subject. Nag-gauge mo rin kapag parang, di siya morning person, ang aga ng shoot namin or ang aga ng meeting. Paano mo binabasa yon?
Sa dami na rin sigurong nakasalamuhan na tao. And I didn't always know how to read the room. Like every other skill, it's something that can be learned. And for example, when we're shooting, pag hindi comfortable yung subject or they don't know what to do, you don't say, wag mo gawin yan. You offer a solution. So you don't eliminate something agad. You offer something. So lagi kang may add-on. You never invalidate whatever someone's doing. Whether it's the subject or it's the creative you're working with. Try to offer something or an alternative. Never invalidate someone's idea.
Galing nun ah. That's a very good lesson. In this creative time and space ngayon, punta muna tayo sa before photography. Let's say OPM in general. Ano yung nakita mo na growth ng Filipino music since no nag-start ka? Tsaka ano siya ngayon? Tsaka tingin mo saan siya papunta?
The most obvious is visually.
Okay.
Visually talaga.
Iba na yung visual representations ngayon, no?
Wala, dati kasi talaga, you make a record, you play it, you guest on 96.3 or Jam 88.3 and you New Rock. So now it's just a lot of media combined. Like you have so much more to think about if you're an artist in this day and age. Ang maganda na lang now, the creative space is so open. Unlike before, parang ako, di ba? Parang ba't ka mag-photographer? mag-doktor ka na lang. Now you have access to people who are as creative as you. So, who knows na what else you can produce? Like, the opportunities are endless. It's the editing, I think, that will need a more careful eye. Because you can do anything now. It's how you select. It's how you choose what to share with your audience. That's part of the storytelling, editing, and curation. So that's why we need to train our eyes and our ears, listen and look as much as we can, so we can hone in on what we really want to share.
Yes. And ngayon, no? Yung patience, no? Na wag mong i-share yung mga bagay na... Siyempre ikaw, you're shooting a lot of high stakes and high value people. How do you fight the urge of not sharing something?
Wala na.
Nasa contract man o wala?
Wala na. I don't even know.
Wala na. Talagang process na siya.
Hindi. Fit check.
Yun na lang, no? Oo nga, no? No? Tapos, tao na lang magko-comment. Sinut mo?
Fit check. Oo nga, no? Actually, no? Hindi ko naisip yan. Because some people are so excited nga, nga, no? That they share even bago i-allow.
Bago pa i-publish.
I don't know.
Ikaw, you have that access eh.
I don't know. I'm not even... I feel like I'm detached in a way. I don't really get into people's business even. Like, I don't hang out sa dressing rooms so much. So people think I know all the chika or all the chismis. I don't.
Oo. Hindi na shoutout yung inaano eh, no? Tinatanong sa'yo, chika na eh, no?
Chika, hindi.
Pero
no.
you're out of it. Okay.
No,
That's good to understand.
I just, I'm friendly to everyone. But I keep a certain distance. And sometimes it's helpful, sometimes nakukuryente kasi like I'll say things and then, oh my gosh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say that. Or like, she was an ex of this. Ang dami kong ganyan eh. So,
okay.
like, oh my
Kasi
God.
hindi yun yung na-research mo.
Kasi nga, I didn't see that part. So, comedy naman. Kasi I guess they know na hindi nga ako, hindi nga ako makwento in that manner. Yun naman, fun parang. But no, I've never... Even for Sabrina or like our big covers, to me, I like the waiting. Hindi siya naging gigil ako i-share.
You like the waiting.
Yeah.
Siguro being on publications at a very young age, na 3 months pa lalabas yung shoot. Tapos doon mo lang makikita kung lumabas ba pag actual nandun na yung print.
No. Good points. I'm learning a lot today. Dami rin ako realizations from you na hindi ko naman
Fun.
I guess hindi ko naman naiisip.
Okay, going back to photography after OPM. Yun. Today, what's the difference about the photography back then? 20 years, 10 years, and today. Ano yung evolution niya? Of course, the tech is there. Pero grabe, bumabalik ngayon yung aesthetic at saka yung vintage look, di ba? Pero like the moments, what can you share about, the tech and, being a photographer, plus the pace, mga ganon?
Paano ba? Wala naman akong insight except that it's just so funny sometimes when the pegs are literally things you shot 20 years ago.
Oh, talaga? May pegs kang bumabalik. Parang full circle moment yun.
As in, hindi ko alam kung like iiyak talaga ako kasi parang...
Give that scenario, please. Saan to? Ano to?
Alam mo yung mga shots na may ring light?
Okay.
Sa mata.
Okay.
So sometimes like these kids are gonna be like, wow, this is so aesthetic. It's so Y2K. It's so ganyan. Tapos ako parang, grabe.
Yun lang kasi meron kami dati.
Parang kasi yung ring light, nabili ko lang yun sa... Tapos even the color grading is coming back. Yung greenish blue yung shadows. And then parang naka-soft light filter. Iniwasan nga namin yun eh. Parang tinapos na namin yung era na yun.
Wow.
And then now it's back. Now it's very like in fashion again to do that. Which was fun for me because like, okay.
As an ukay girl.
As an ukay girl and someone who really didn't know how to use Photoshop well before then, I guess we were doing something right. So even the cameras we used back in the day are back. So
In demand ngayon.
I have that upper hand. Because been there, done that. So, sige, let's
Diyan ako
see.
natuto, da.
Oo, parang cringe yan sa amin dati. Pero, sige. So, yeah, no deep insights except that I think I can do that.
Okay. Meron ka bang, like, pag isang photographer tinanong ng dream collab, anong usual na sagot? Ano yung sayo?
Wala. Wait, dream collab? Oh. Ang hirap. Hirap pa rin ako mag-dream. I have a hard time thinking things will happen.
Okay.
Kasi I've never really had goals as a photographer. Hindi, dumadating na lang kasi siya. But I guess, ano ba? What brand would I love to shoot for? Gucci, maybe. Or Miu Miu. Or vintage-looking Prada ads.
Okay.
Maybe something that would look like it was shot in the 80s or the 90s. Kung ganun sana yung peg. Pero
Tas high fashion.
Honestly, hindi na choosy.
Kahit ano.
Hindi na choosy. Hindi talaga ako, wala akong mga dream collab na ganyan. Claro, maybe. Wala naman.
Sa haba, if you can pick like the favorite shoots
Yeah.
that you did, on top of your head lang na you can bring up here, sino, anong campaign, what's fun about that shoot?
Well, ano ba?
Dami kasi high stakes.
Hindi naman. Maybe the longest running shoot or the one that's most connected to me would be the Spades shoots. Yeah. I've been shooting with them since 2017.
So naghiwalay yung banda, nabuo ulit.
So, because during that time I was doing a lot of 70s looking shoots,
Actually.
1960s looking shoots. Then that was their Hey Barbara era. So, parang nagsakto lang. Kasi I was asked to shoot them prior to that pa eh. Hindi
Before
lang
the
ako-
blow up.
Before they contacted me, I was supposed to shoot them for a magazine. Tas hindi natuloy. This was months before I even met them.
Is this for Scout?
Yeah.
Oh, diba? Galing ko! Woo!
It was
Oh,
for
then-
Scout and then I wasn't available.
Okay.
So they contacted me in like September of 2017 or earlier. Tapos, fun shoot lang for nothing. Tapos we ended up shooting and yun, I've even nung nag-break sila for a while, I still supported their individual
Careers.
careers. So all the albums, music videos, the clothes. Ayun. So I guess, yeah, that would be like a big chunk of my career in OPM. And even until their Andalusia era, their materials for their comeback concert. Ayun, I think that's pretty significant.
We were together last weekend, this weekend, from Lubao Festival. So they played after us. So what a solid set. Okay. Onti na lang. Onti na lang. Gusto ko lang din malaman, syempre, ang dami mo na rin ginawa, di ba? Ang dami na rin nangyari. All this. Gusto ko lang daanan natin. Meron ka kasing event. Yung sabi mo nga is, it's just clearing my closet project. Let's talk about it. How did it started? It grew a lot, pero I think you're gatekeeping your own movement na ayaw mo siya maging commercialized.
No.
Tell us more about it. What's it's called, how it started. Yeah.
So imagine I've been thrifting since 2010,
Okay.
2011. So I don't know if you can imagine the amount of clothes I have in my closet.
Oh my God.
Aside from the ones I wear, the ones I use for shoots. And then I've been styling quite a bit the last couple of years. Hindi ko naman ina-advertise na I'm a stylist, but I did Ben and Ben for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Their tour clothes.
All of them? 9 of them?
All of them.
Wow. Okay.
Their tours for Dubai, Australia, everything. All their tours, their endorsements, music videos. So 9 times 3 options per shoot or per tour. So yun, nagko-collect lang siya. And then I would always
Kasi iba pa size nila.
And,
Diba, hindi mo pwedeng paggamit sa kanya yung sa kanya
ang
dapat.
magka-size lang si Pat tsaka si Agnes.
Yun lang.
Tapos ang ka-size ko ata...
Magkasawa pa sila.
Oo, ang ka-size ko si Jam.
Okay.
Tsaka si Josh ng SB. Like, nabigyan ako ng pan si Josh before nung stylist nila.
Shout out Josh.
Hey Josh. Yun, that was so much fun. I think I got stuff from Season Pass for sure.
Shout out Lian Torres
kasi
and Red.
vintage yung era na yun when I was doing Ben and Ben. And then I also, I make decks for other artists also for their styling. But yun nga, medyo underground. I don't, because I'm a photographer, so hindi ko na.
But that's how you sharpen your trainings, no?
Also, tsaka ayun na naman, yung tipong kaya ko kasi. May ganun ako. Parang I don't turn it down if I know I can do it.
At pagpasok sa schedule, why not?
Pagpasok sa schedule, yun naman yung problem usually. So, yun. My closet sale started in 2015.
It's called what?
It's called something different every year because we'd never know.
Okay, it's not a brand.
No,
it's just something.
No, it was called Shai's Closet Sale in 2015. And then it became Shai's Yard Sale. And then it became Yard Sale or something. And then it became Creative's Closet Sale. So that's what our Instagram handle is now. Creative's Closet Sale. Nung una stylist so baka may stylists pa in the name before. So it was me and then 2 stylists. And then the next year, may sumaling models na may mga damit kasi they couldn't bring it to their next job. And then may sumali na
bawal ulitin.
Makeup artist. And then may sumali na set designer. Bigla na kami may sofa na binibenta.
Wow.
May props bigla. Yun. So Creative's Closet Sale because we have set designers, we have art directors, stylists, and we just all work in the same industry. So we all know each other. And the reason we held it in Siren Studio as we got bigger is because we all shoot there.
Yes.
And everyone knows where it is. And we didn't even plan on marketing it to just to the masses. Pang sa amin lang yun. So kami lang nagbibili. Before, I don't know how it got as known as it is now. I mean, of course, I'm thankful. It's just scary. Because it's a big responsibility. Also, even just promoting it, I don't know how you guys do it with GOT. I don't know. It's just me and Joe Nerd, another stylist who handles everything.
Yeah. From production to promotion.
Oh.
To putting in the concessionaires, the floor plans.
And then Joe Nerd is the one who tapes the floor physically, and then we're just on a big group chat on Messenger. There's not even a proper contact person. Nag-chatan na lang.
Kaling. DIY pa din. It's community-based.
It's literally a garage sale.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes when people inquire, "Hi, Mashai, we'd like to ask who we can write so we can join the closet sale." Tapos hindi namin malaman paano sasabihin na we can't sell brand new things. We just need space.
Wow.
So it's our 11th year.
Happening next month.
Happening April 18 and 19. And then we're trying out another studio along Pasong Toma. We'll announce it very soon.
Okay.
But it's super fun. It's so cheap. Minsan cheaper pa sa ukay. Kasi we're that desperate.
Pang-apat na ukay na siya.
We're that desperate to clean out. Sometimes iniiwan na nga yung damit dun Parang get what you want.
Sometimes it's not for the money na. It's for the space.
This one can't be. I think because we are all in the industry of clothing.
Yes, actually.
We just need the space. We can get our funds elsewhere, but we need space to make our styling decks, and we need it for fitting. So it's a necessity for us.
Unload to reload.
Unload to reload. So actually, excuse lang namin yun, pero nagka-shopping na kami.
Retail therapy pa rin. Second hand lang.
Nagbubuda. Sabi nga, mag-exchange gift na lang tayo lahat dito kasi naglolokohan lang tayo.
Yung tipong abangan ko to, i-closet sale niya rin yan next year.
Tsaka nag-hanger pa lang kami, ng mga sellers. Wala na, naka-dibs na kami dun.
Dibs na, no? Hindi pa dumarating yung buyers, kayo pa lang,
wala
no?
pa, day before pala. So, kaya hindi ka magtataka bakit every year may closet sale pa rin. Kasi we still buy.
Abangan natin yung...
18 and 19.
April 18 and 19. That being said, promote ko na rin. May 31, Good Old Days 6.
See you there.
Siyempre, Good Old Days 6. Pumupunta sa Good Old Days si Miss Shaira.
Ano kaya susuotin, nakaka-pressure?
Alam mo, kasalanan ni Mar eh. Kung hindi siya naglagay ng photo booth sa good old days, walang ganun.
Sobrang aesthetic ng photo mo.
Shoutouts kay Marta Sales. At syempre,
Yeah.
kung gusto niyo mag-picture, punta lang kayo dyan. Good old days 6.
Pa-picture kaya ako dun.
Please.
Sino magpa-picture sa inyo?
Si Mar. Si Mar na.
Wala
Matik.
nagsalita.
Si Mar na, matik. Behind the scene ako. Pero yun, punta kayo doon Metro 10 Convention Center. Yan, nandun doon yung mga gusto nyong mahanap ng mga kagamitan. Shoutouts to Season Pass, Lian and Red.
Dapat wala nang bibilin kasi kaka-clear out ko lang, di ba?
Oo. Pero mamimili ka doon, sure ako.
No!
At saka ba pumunta ako sa event mo para itinda ko sa GOD?
No. Nakita ko na yun. May bumili from our closet sale, binenta. Sabi ko, akin yan na. Tapos doble na yung price.
Diba?
It's okay. Yun nga. Kasi it's
Yun naman
so
yung-
cheap. Yeah.
Visit tayo dun sa event ni Shaira. So, we're down to our last 2 questions. Siguro, Miss Shai, gusto ko lang din alamin from your perspective and ikaw, with all your experience, for the young creatives out there, no? What's, yung pwede mong maging motivational message for them? Lalo, kagaya mo, tinatanong ng mga parents, ano ba ginagawa mo?
Yeah.
Ano ba yung ini-edit mo dyan? Lalo yung mga moms, yung mga boomers, yung mga parents ng mga Gen Z ngayon, hindi naman nila gets yung creative space.
Yeah.
Hindi naman nila alam na or gets agad na may career talaga dyan. What's your advice to them?
I don't know. Like, not everyone has to get what you do. It's basically it. And you can't go into this industry expecting people to applaud you immediately. What I guess realized over the last 2 decades, that was a lot of work. And hindi ko na siya I can't even like compartmentalize it's so much work. But great things take time, as cliche as it sounds. You have to be a student every day. And not give up so easily. It's totoo yung sinabi, like, everything you need to know, you learn in kindergarten. You have to be respectful of the people you work with. You have to be open. You can't always be right.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, but develop your eye
Develop your eye.
more than your style.
Wow. I like that. Bilang isang successful na photographer na babae, how can you empower naman female creatives? What can you share to them na, syempre, working usually sa space na puro lalaki yung tao or, alam mo yun, puro bihira yung feminine energy. Ngayon na Women's Month, what's your message to them?
Wear your cutest clothes.
Wear your cutest clothes.
Honestly, make space for yourself. Make your own space. I don't even think about, there are so many guys on set. Sometimes I'm always the only girl on set.
Okay.
Stand your ground. It's a very nice ground to be on. Like, a lot of men in the industry are so much better, so much more careful and sensitive. So it's actually a great space to be in. And don't be scared to either ask for help or to show what you can do. There's always that fear of being too good or being too little. Just don't be scared. Yun lang naman eh. Tapangan mo lang loob mo and breathe.
Hinga.
Hinga. Yeah. Everyone has their own path and their own space.
Galing. Ano message ni Shaira Luna sa batang siya?
Hindi pa rin mawawala yung bangs mo. hindi na yung
Bangs for
mawawala
life.
That's part of your identity. Parang ang dami ko ng versions. Ang dami ko ng... hindi pa rin to siguro. I'll say to her, this is still not your final form. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you Thank you sa time mo.
Thank you so
Sobrang
much.
saya mo
Daldal ko
kausap.
pala. before coming here, sabi ko, ang haba ng podcast. Kaya naman pala. You're
Diba?
so great to talk to. I
Maraming
super
salamat.
appreciate the insights and the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Siguro kung may takeaway ako sa episode na to, marami. Pero isa na lang yung babanggitin ko. Never invalidate other people's idea. May it be wrong for you, may it be right for you, could be better than yours, never invalidate them. Kita-kits tayo next Sunday. Happy Women's Month. Thank you, Miss Shaira Luna.
And smile.
Smile! Smile. This has been DougBrock, and this is DougBrock Radio. Oh, sorry. Lipat mo lang doon. Miss Shai, saan kanila mafa-follow? Saan kanila mahanap? Saan nila kakalkalin yung sobrang daming photo albums mo?
Okay, so bihira ko tong i-plug, but if you really want to see the development of my style, my Facebook account is public. So just click on the albums and then go all the way down.
Wow.
Parang kakaibang... I'm very proud of the work that's there. So there's my Facebook, and then I have 10 Instagram accounts. Virgo kasi kaya medyo OC. Shaira Luna is my main, and then my ukay account is shairaluna.wardrobe. Sabihin ko pa ba lahat? Shaira Luna Film, Closet Sale. Okay na yun, alam niyo na yan.
Lahat yan. Check out
My
nila.
advertising work is there if you want to see like my big girl job. And then I still have a YouTube channel. I just haven't posted in 2 years. But
Wow.
all my ukay finds are there. They're on TikTok now. So I'm also on TikTok.
Shaira Luna, everywhere. Lahat ng links makikita niyo sa description sa baba. Ginagawa namin to every Sunday 8 p.m. dito sa dbtv.network. Meron kaming live performances, sound trip, nagre-review kami ng local brands and merchandise, merch library, at may parating kaming event sa 28 DBTV The Function. This is our first biggest community event. Merong Fixie, may BMX, may fingerboards, may local brands, activations, live performances, live art, at marami pang iba. Maglalagay si Mar ng photo booth. Kita tayo doon. This has been DougBrock. I'm with Shaira Luna, and this is DougBrock Radio.
Thank you.
Keep on winning.